What's up, y'all? It is Wednesday, January 10th. We are live with you guys again. Thank you for tuning in with us. This is your boy James, and I'm here with my dog, with my girl, with Tiff. What's up,
Hi,
Tiff?
everybody.
There she go. Ooh, you on it this week. What's good, cuz?
Oh, nothing much, not much. Just chilling.
Yeah, listen, when I tell you, mm,
You rubbing that face. It's like,
when I tell, look, when I say, when you say you don't feel good, nigga, I don't
right,
feel good.
right.
Like, I do not feel good. And the crazy thing is, it's just like with anything when you think about show business and all of that stuff, and like the show must go on. So I've been up and down really, really since the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like some moments and some days are not as better than others. Um, I find that when I'm home and I'm actually in bed, then I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's when I get up and start moving around or go do something or whatever, I get the chill or cold.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm supposed to go to the hair today. I was supposed to actually I'll be getting a manicure like every 2 weeks. So I was supposed to get a manicure today, and I canceled everything. I'm not doing it. But like I said, the show must go on, and we got two amazing guests who are coming on with us tonight. And I have a thing. I'm a real stickler about not canceling when it's guests and stuff like that. I could see if we didn't have anybody scheduled and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we would have. Yeah, because KJ, he called me and I had just got off of work and everything. Mom, can you come pick me up? I don't feel like going to basketball practice. And I'm like, why? I don't feel good. And usually he don't miss nothing.
Right.
So I was like, well, let me go on over here and pick the boy up and all of that. Came home and cook and got a couple of hot topics. So trying to get past those. But it's like when you are just as a parent, as a mom, and you just are so busy, like I can't. It's like journalism would be your life, but when you have a lot of different things going on and you trying to figure out, okay, let me jump on here right quick and see, and then you get interrupted by something else, yeah. And I mean, I appreciate the people that calls me and be, filling me up on stuff. Cause I tell you what, without Mom Dukes, now let me tell you what's going on with that. And I'm sitting here looking like, I mean, I couldn't even get in hardly word in edgewise. She's sitting up here telling me about Cat Williams and TD Jakes and stuff. And then my one girl, I just got off the phone with her and we was, discussing that as well. And so I can't within my whole day try to like get the topics on. And it's almost like instead of being it on social media and on the news, it kind of got to be on TV in order for me to be like,
yeah.
What? Yeah. But then when you have to be in your head and be like, dang, let me get on here and look at, I've been the forgot.
It had to be right in your face.
It has to be right in my exactly.
Yeah,
it has
that's
to be right in my
face. For me, and honestly, that's where it's been the whole time we've been doing this. I figure I've been doing media for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's hard to keep up on. And I mean, if we're being honest, when I first launched the podcast, with the previous co-host, that was the issue. Was that I can't keep up on this kind of stuff because, like I can keep up on some stuff, and obviously the stuff that really interests me and that sort of thing. But the other piece of it is that I got a million things going on.
Exactly.
On top of doing things that I know are making me money to pay the house and light the water and like all the other stuff, like it's still priorities. Even when you're doing this kind of thing, like it's still priorities that have to be handled, and then you still have. Well, here we both still have minor kids. I mean, granted, Elijah is 17 now, but he still need like he 5. So he texts me every day looking for something. He texts me.
Okay.
Like he texted me today looking for some. I'm like, okay. tomorrow. and that that just be what it is. But like I'm constantly on the go and making sure that I got money coming, with other stuff. Just like they say, keep multiple streams of income, and like you got to kind of be doing something everywhere to make sure that you have money coming in that you need. And it's not all about money for me, but in the same token, shit, I need money like everybody else. So like I'm moving and shaking. I've been sick for 4 days. And we went hard today. Wrong. And I told you I went to the gas station. Man, when I put that seat back when I pulled in the gas station and cranked that heat up, I was asleep for like an hour.
Not at the gas station.
Absolutely.
You did not go to the gas station and fall asleep like that.
Absolutely. I did, and I have done it many times. I just was like, I got to stretch out or something. But I think it's too because I'm sick. So I'm like, I was tired. It just
what?
Listen, I cranked the heat up. I was running the music playing. I was like, out. I woke up. It was like I got there at 2:30. I woke up at 3:26. Like, okay, I'm my gas now. So
you know what?
It's all the stuff that we go through, and I promise there's a lot of other people.
Be serious.
I promise there's a lot of people who are watching us, or people that we know, or whatever, that's dealing with the same stuff. They think they're crazy, but this is the life of somebody that's really pushing for their goals and doing stuff. Like this is absolutely how it goes. There's a lot of stuff going on. Just with KJ and Mo.
Like, basketball mom now. Oh God. Hey,
and
listen.
Then, Kat, she got a lot going on with Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
It's and at the end of the day, that's why we're together as family doing this, because we know what each other got going on. Like we know where each other needs to step away and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So everybody that's watching, Kat is popping in. She just got some things to take care of real quick, and that's good. So she'll be there shortly. We got 2 amazing guests coming on tonight. Our first guest is AShira Nelson. She is an accountant here in Cleveland, Ohio, but she also is the founder of an amazing organization. It is titled Savvy Girl Money. Listen, when I tell you, I'm not going to quote numbers because I may be wrong, but I know that she had an enormous amount of debt at one point. And she really worked, and she's not alone. She's married. She has kids. At the time when I met her, she had 1 kid, because we actually met. I had Elijah in karate. She had her daughter in karate. So we met all the way back when Elijah was probably like 4 or 5, and we just have kept become really good. And this company, I remember her launching the website done. So, like, to see where it's at now, and she's on PBS, and she's doing a whole lot of stuff centered around saving money and getting out of debt. And obviously, that's something that's near and dear to our community. Like, getting our finances together and saving money and being prepared for the future and being prepared for just stuff that happens in life. What's up, pretty lady?
Hey, cousins. How y'all doing?
All right.
So listen, y'all gonna have to give me a Whitney pass today, because I'm gonna have to step away periodically and get a cold. So, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, I hear you coughing over there.
It's serious, man. And I'm cold. I went and put this thing on.
Yeah, look, I put my mask on. KJ gonna say, I ain't got COVID. I said, how the hell I know that?
Right.
I can't take no chances. I got to go to get my procedure done Monday.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. No, sir. You're protected, and I'm about to get protected.
Right. And we got a lot going on this week. We are at Jodeci's show.
Yes.
So we're gonna turn up to that. Probably go live a little bit. I think I might be on TikTok. Listen, I gotta say what's up and thank you to all of the people have really checked in on TikTok with me because, like, when I tell you that I'm new to it, I've had one, but I never did anything with it. So when I tell you I have gained 600 followers over the last 2 weeks, I've been pushing this TikTok, pushing this TikTok.
I've been getting followers, and I haven't even been on.
Yeah.
And I just been getting followers after followers, and I'm just like, good Lord, like I ain't really been on for real this past week 'cause I've just been so busy.
Yeah, I
But
just when they see that we have stuff going on,
yeah,
and all of that stuff, people are picking up on it.
yeah,
because you gotta hit thousands to go live. So
yeah.
I think I'm at like maybe 943 or something like that, unless some more people can join. That's kind of how it's been happening. Like I'll go in and get new followers, and then maybe an hour later I got 10 more new followers, and then 2 hours later I got 15 more new followers. Like they are
I
following.
ain't even near. I am probably. I haven't even checked, but I know about because, like I said, I just actually started with the TikTok maybe 2 months ago, if that, and I really wasn't. I'd be like more on TikTok than I would do IG, but I have been getting slew of followers on IG, and now I'm starting to get followers on Facebook, which I didn't even know you could get followers on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I just thought Facebook was Facebook.
Well, it depends on the type of page that you have. Like,
Okay.
Page or creator page, or it depends on the type of page that you have. And it'll open you up to get followers and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, cause and Kat, when you used to tell me about like all the views I was getting on my reels on Facebook, I was like, what is she talking about? Cause I was just doing the reels. I was just doing the reels on IG, and at first, and I was getting like all the views and stuff on IG. But when I went on my Facebook, I said 1,000. What? I couldn't believe it. Like on all of them, even the ones that I was posting up on IG would go automatically to my Facebook. That's why I would never like literally go to my Facebook. So, and then the ones that's on the TikTok, I'm getting a lot, but I'm getting a hell of a lot on Facebook. So I had people, call me or hit me up, say, "Yeah, I'll be on your podcast," and I'm like, "You do?" So it's like really messed up that we can't necessarily see who's on the podcast, but guarantee people is watching.
Part of it, a big part of it is that we're getting it from different places. Like we're on Facebook,
Yeah,
we're on YouTube. We're actually on, what is it, Switch or whatever? Not Switch, but the gaming platform.
what's that?
I had to get a. I'll tell you, I don't know nothing about it, but am I echoing? I don't know. Let me work on that. But yeah, we're on the platform. So let's see.
So yes, we are going to see Jodeci on Friday at the Akron Civic Theater. Everyone, we have some wonderful seats, and yes, we are
Thank you for coming in, Tiff.
You go. And we will be going live. Kat gonna go live on her phone. I'm gonna try to go live on my phone if my phone isn't dead. And James will be going live, periodically. I know we can't do it on the actual transiting call, the actual site because of privacy rights. But we're gonna be listening to all the hits, honey.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I didn't know it was Friday though. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, because honey, my boss was like, "You need Friday off." I was like, "Yeah, I need Friday." And got my outfit, and hopefully I can still fit in the whole thing. Cause sister be going bananas over here with the food and the eating.
I don't even have anything to wear. Dang.
All right, give me 30 seconds, y'all.
Okay.
Tiffany like, okay.
So I feel like I'm echoing now. Tiffany,
No. I think it may be him. I have my computer open, but I don't have the, I muted. So I
You don't
hate
have,
having this
do
on
you
my
have our
phone.
podcast playing?
Huh?
Do you have it playing on your Facebook?
I don't think it's on there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think you got to go back in the settings and put your Facebook back on there. But I don't know. I could hear some feedback. I don't know where that's coming from though. Like now I could hear myself. Tiff, mute yourself real quick. Let me see.
Okay, hold on.
Let me just check something. I didn't mean get all the way off. But that might have been it. Okay, so I guess I'm here holding it down by myself, guys. So yeah, I'm excited for the Jodeci concert. I forgot it was Friday. I don't know where the time went.
Okay, did it come back? You got it?
Okay, I think that was it. I think something was
okay.
So I
just went out and just came back in.
Okay, I think that fixed it because I was hearing the echo of me and James, so I'm like something is up.
Oh.
So I don't know, but so what I was saying is I'm excited for the Jodeci concert. When you was like, yeah, Friday, I'm like, what's Friday? I asked James, I said, is the concert Friday? He like, yeah. I'm like,
all I heard was holding it down by myself.
So what fast. We was just talking about that. We was just talking about, oh, it's gonna be in a couple months, and I was already here, and we about to be there.
Yeah, the time.
Automatically add share screen.
And so I was talking to my sister. I'm like, yeah, I'll be going to Jodeci. I just said a concert on Friday. She's like, oh, me too. And I'm like, where are you going? She's like, the Jodeci concert. I said, well, I guess I'll be seeing you there, sis. How are you going there?
Oh, cool.
And Katia. So Katia will be at the Jodeci concert.
Wait, listen, where is her seats at? Where did you ask her where she's going to be sitting?
No, because her best friend Courtney, we always call our sister. That's our other sister. She won a contest, and she won tickets.
So
I don't know. It was something to do with the artist Smigs. If y'all know Smigs from Akron, he's a big Akron artist. Shout out to Smigs. I think his name is Smigs330 on Instagram or Facebook. But he was running some kind of promotion with the concert. And she knows him. She's real close with him. So, it was like, watch a live, invite 5 of your friends to watch the live and like the page, do all that stuff. And she was like,
that is for real?
Yes.
Wow.
That was a real thing. And she just did it, supporting Smigs. And she like, oh, I'm just at work, I'm gonna, add people to the live. And they called her today like, girl, you going to the concert.
Oh, wow.
We've been having all the luck with concerts lately. I don't know what's been going on, but it's some little sprinkle, some luck around because we've been at all the little concerts.
So who, what's his name on Instagram?
It's SMIGGX.
Yeah, so he is I just know him. Let me see if I can find him.
Okay.
Smigs. I just know of him. His name on Facebook, I think, is Smigs McCormick, but he have an artist page. I'm just not sure which one it is. Yeah, his artist page is just Smigs. It's SMIGGZ Smigs.
Okay.
And I think his off top, I believe his Instagram is Smigs330, but don't quote me on that. He's a friend of a friend. He's a friend of friends of mine. So I know of him. I've been to a couple events that he's done. He's a really good artist to me. He do a lot within Akron. He do a lot of promotions. He does a lot of parties. I've seen him be involved with different events, different giveaways and things like that. I think he was in a backpack giveaway where they was doing haircuts and stuff. So he's a big prominent Akron artist, very positive. And making some moves because he's always in something, always got his hands in something. So I'm not sure if he's going to be performing or he has something to do with a tie-in with the concert. So I might reach out to him and get some more information. But yeah, y'all, shout out to Smigs, Akron artist. Look him up. And I have to get some more information. My sister had just popped up over here and, told me, and you know how Katia be, she blow in and blow back out. I'm surprised she ain't already.
Well, you tell her she need to blow over here and say hi to me sometimes.
I know.
I'm gonna blow her up at that dang old concert when I see her. She's getting on my nerves.
So our first. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
No, I just said go ahead. Our first guest is in the waiting room.
But yeah, so I'm excited for the concert. So my sister will be there, and then I know Tiff said we might be on the town or something later on that night. I don't know.
I'm a hang.
All depending on how my body say. If my body say I'm going home, I can't see y'all do it.
I can't stand y'all.
That's gonna determine whether I really do anything. But
I'm 46 years old, and my mom live right around the corner, so I'm gonna be on that couch.
I want us to have a cousins night where y'all come out with me. Y'all gotta see how I party, how we party. Baby.
I already know how you get down.
I'm gonna try to.
I'm gonna need a paramedics when I get home.
I'm gonna try to have myself together so we can hang on Friday night, and then we're going to Columbus Sunday for Darren Fleet, so that's gonna be pretty dope too. But our first guest just popped into the green room, so I'm gonna go ahead and add her in a second. I just kind of want to give an intro. Our first guest, her name is AShira Nelson. She is the founder of this amazing organization that, quite honestly, we all need it. It's called Savvy Girl Money. So, obviously she's focusing on women and, saving money, getting out of debt, preparing yourself for the future, preparing your kids for the future, teaching your kids how to save at an early age. And it's just like, it's one thing to know what somebody does or have an idea of what somebody does, but I'm blessed to have seen this like from the very beginning. Like I remember when she was getting her first website done, and I was real cool with the guy who was doing it. And we met because Elijah was in karate. Her daughter was in karate. So, I mean, imagine how long ago that is. And Elijah is 17. So like we have, built this friendship where it's really about supporting each other. And this organization that she has, I follow relentlessly. So I'm looking at it, I'm keeping up with it. I'm trying to figure out ways to save money and do different things. And I'm getting a lot of tips from the website and from her. And, we'll message back and forth here and there. And a lot of times I'm just like, congratulations, kudos. And really just celebrating her because I don't want to say that nobody in our community is doing this, but it's few and far between. And like, we need this so bad. So it was really an honor, to reach out to her. And she's always been super supportive. So, I mean, I didn't think for any minute that I would invite her on and she would say no. But I know she got a lot of stuff going on. So even in that same tone, I'm really grateful and thankful to her coming onto the platform because, of course, with this podcast, Transcending the Culture is really about presenting people who are doing something for our community and something that, our viewers can actually relate to. And we have celebrities on, we have musicians on because we got somebody coming on tonight. But it's also imperative that we bring people on who are, really feeding back into the community. So all of that being said, I want to go ahead. I want you guys to help me to welcome AShira Nelson to the platform. Good. Hey.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hey, listen, I know you heard all of that, but I just have to say thank you. Like, first of all, what you do is amazing. And I know I have told you that many times. And you know that I follow like crazy. So I'm usually looking at all the posts when they go up and tagging and liking and all of that stuff. But I just think it's crucial to our community, especially in this day, following pandemic and just all the other stuff that's going on. Like, we need to save. Like, we need to know how to save. We need to get our kids together. And like, I'm blessed, to be in a position where like my son, like he knows about money and working and saving money and has a bank account and all of that stuff. But a lot of our kids they don't know that. They don't know it. And it's, it's obviously about the upbringing and what, the tools and the resources that the parents have, to provide to them. Whether they can provide those or not, that kind of determines a lot of times whether they really have it. So you have this platform, and not only did it start obviously with you bringing yourself out of debt, but then I have watched you teach your daughter, and I've seen her on lives when she was younger talking about, like, I remember she was asking about, I think she was talking to your husband about, I don't know if it was, I think he said, okay, tell me about your Cash App statement and what happened for this month,
Oh,
whatever. And
yeah.
it was like,
Yep.
wow, like that's amazing that at that age, like that's what she was looking at and that's what she was focused on, because that transcends and it carries over into adult life. And that they know these things when they get older. So all of that being said, thank you for coming on, but kind of introduce yourself and let everybody know how you got here.
Okay, well, again, my name is AShira Nelson. I go by Savvy Girl Money. I created a financial platform. Ideally, this was supposed to be like a hub where my family and my friends and my community of people could go to get like their financial questions answered.
Right.
So I started it in 2015, just where I would always get questions because I'm an accountant. I went to school to be an accountant to learn about finances and business. And that was very intentional. So when I graduated, became a CPA, I wanted to have this like hub where, okay, if you got a tax question, cool, go to this post, or I can see you the link to this post. And as I was creating content, I got this idea from a conversation to become debt free. And through the journey, I shared my process. So I would share my budget and making extra money, making extra payments, and paying as much as $1,500 towards my debt in 1 month. The sacrifices, I can't go to some people's wedding because I got this goal and I'm gonna get it done.
Absolutely.
And how I'm balancing all with my husband and my daughter at the time. So Savvy Girl Money was just a place where you really can go to get your financial questions answered. Honestly, another thing, I just wanted it to be a place where we could break generational curses. We could do something different, because personally, back when I paid off my student loan debt or started the process in 2017, I had never seen anybody else pay off their student loan debt like around me. So I just wanted to do something different, show people something different.
Right. I think that's amazing. And like you said, like the big thing is breaking those generational curses. Like growing up, were those ideals and principles and resources available to you?
They weren't. No, I think my adulthood became like everything I didn't receive growing up. Or honestly, that's exactly what it became. I didn't see people have bank accounts, or I remember my dad, still to this day, he used to hold like his whole paycheck in like a rubber band in his pocket. Like, well, what are you doing? Like, why is this? And as a young kid, it made me question, like, okay, well, why is he doing this? I want to learn what is a better way. Right. So honestly, for the people around me, I wanted to learn a better way how to go about life based off of what I saw growing up. So him with no bank account. Okay, cool. So how can we get a bank account structure? How can we have online savings account? How can we earn interest on our money that's in a bank account? So just to give one example, but that's kind of how Savvy Girl Money was created, because no, I didn't know a thing about money growing up. Nothing. To be honest, I just knew I wanted better, and I knew it had to be a better way of living. So
like with it's interesting that you say what you said, like as far as your dad and keeping this check in a rubber band, because I think that we all can say that we knew somebody in our lives who did that. Grandparents keeping money under the mattress or under the bed or in the closet or that sort of thing. Like, were you able to kind of tap into why that was like his thought process, or why he felt like he needed to hold on to it that way?
To be honest, no. I never asked him. I mean, he's still around, he's still doing it. I never really did, to be honest. No, I never wanted to question my parents on bad habits I felt like they had, because I didn't want them to feel like I was judging them. But I wanted to give them another example of how we could be.
Right.
Like another way we can like handle certain situations.
Right.
So I never wanted to criticize, or in my mind I was criticizing, or I didn't want them to perceive that way. So, but I knew that I had to learn better habits, and I just looked at myself as the faucet to do that.
Right. Now, like, how do you feel like this has really helped your daughter? Because now, obviously, she's older now. So, like, how do you think that that's helped her in, current day, as opposed to now?
Mom, are you working? I am working. This is a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And okay, so I have a 10-year-old, but my 10-year-old, my 10-year-old is like, I started her out when she was probably about 5 with learning different money principles. So we started with, okay, really like it as a baby. Here's a piggy bank. You put money in this account and we leave it. Literally, the money from when she was 1-year-old sitting in our put money in our piggy bank sitting on our floor, it's still in that same piggy bank. When it get full, we gonna buy another one. And we're gonna fill that up too. We're not using it, we're not touching it. I even like to make sure, because people have cousins come over and people like to mess with stuff. I put tape on the bottom so that they couldn't to stop them from even opening it up. But my daughter, she's 10 now, and y'all, when I tell y'all she can manage money like crazy, it's just crazy.
That's beautiful.
Like she just got money for Christmas. She get money from various people for Christmas, and let's just say she got like $300. She will manage that $300 to her birthday in July.
Wow.
And then she'll use it from December to July. And then July, she'll get more money for her birthday. That's like her re-up. And then she'll manage it again till December. That's beautiful. She uses like her Cash App card. Now she uses her Apple Pay. And like, we'll go to Target. She'll say, okay, I think this trip would only be $20 because I'm not trying to do too much. Like, or I'm just going to get one thing today. So she's consciously thinking about like her total of like, I don't want to use this whole pot of money. Right. Or I'm not trying to spend too much. So she goes into like a store with a limit already. She already knows, okay, I'm getting one thing and I'm going to spend like $20 or less. Already. Like, this is her practice, her principles that she has set up based on my teaching over the years.
I think
you know what? Go ahead. Okay.
Oh, no, go ahead. That's all. I was just saying, it's amazing.
That is awesome. I wasn't taught that growing up. I just watched. Being taught was like verbally saying, "Hey, look, this is how you write out a check. This is how you open up a bank account. This is how you save your money. You have a savings and you have a checking account." You know what I'm saying? All I saw was my grandmother managed money so good that she was very secretive about her money. It ain't nobody's business what you got. And all that. So with that being said, I messed up. So I got my first credit card. I messed up. I got my first checking account. I overdrafting checks. I learned from that because then I knew what credit meant.
Right.
My son, he's 11. So, he started getting money as well, but he does not know how to save because every time he gets $1, it's, I want to go to the store and buy that drink Prime.
Yep.
Where it goes. So he done got money for Christmas as well. And he spent, like, I think right now he probably got $10. So what you just said really gave me an idea. So I think I'm gonna go on Amazon and buy a bank, just a bank. Yeah. And one of those banks that shows you how much you have in there, because it will teach him instead of, Mom, I got my own money. Can we go to McDonald's? McDonald's and all these other things is killing you. That's why I said I hope I can get into my outfit Friday because I have been really visiting McDonald's and Burger King and all them lately.
Yeah. Tim, you worried about if he got McDonald's money and you the one spending all the money on McDonald's.
Right. I'm spending. Listen, no, yes, I can't even. Yeah, I went last night. I went last night to McDonald's and got me a sundae with the cookie sprinkles on it and
Right.
with the drizzle. I've been bad. I don't even eat ice cream like that.
Well,
So
this
Oh my
tells you that you
gosh.
still got people to get to. So
So funny. I had a question. Well, first off, I wanted to applaud you on doing the mommy thing while you working. I'm doing the
Whew.
same thing. I got
I
my little one,
know,
and
pumpkin.
my little one be trying to be the other host on the show. She's
Yes.
dying to be on here.
right.
So definitely applaud you for that. What are some things as a parent that we can do or we can invest in for our children's future?
Okay. And I will say, I came in my basement to try to hide from her.
Doesn't matter. She's
But
gonna
she
find you.
always finds
Yeah, it's
me.
over.
Always finds me.
Yeah, always
And I
find you.
heard my husband trying to stop her from coming down, but clearly she won because she still
Yeah.
came down.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
upstairs watches the game.
Exactly. Exactly.
Tenacity is what I call it.
But okay, so for each of my girls, I have a 2-year-old and I have a 10-year-old. And I set up 2 different accounts for them. So they have
Okay.
a brokerage account, which, hold on one second, let me tell them.
Tell them my name is
Okay, her name is Seven. She wanted me to tell you guys.
Nice to
Hi,
meet you,
Seven.
Seven.
You want to say hi?
Hey.
my sister is my sissy.
Yes.
That's your sissy. I have a sissy too.
Kylie.
Skylar.
Kylie.
Skylar.
Okay.
So Seven and Skylar, they both have a brokerage account, which is
Okay.
their investment or their main account.
Okay.
I also have them what's called a 529 college savings plan.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started with the college savings plan, but then as I grew because I am always forever a learner. I never stop learning. I'm always learning something new. And one time I was reading a book and it was just this one question. Well, what if your kids don't go to college? I'm like, okay, well, let me think this through, because there's an idea. And my oldest used to say, well, what if I don't want to go to college? I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay. Let me expand my thinking. I've just started a college fund from when they were younger. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to cut the college funding in half. And I'm going to put some of that in brokerage accounts. So now I do 50-50 for both of them. So let's just say I'm investing $300 a month for each of them.
Okay.
150 is going into the 529 plan, and 150 is going into their brokerage account, which is their general investment account. And as they get older, the college fund has to be used for college. If they don't use it all, it can get transferred to another child, or it can go into a Roth IRA for their future retirement. And then the brokerage account, honestly, once they turn 18, they'll have access to all that money, and they can use that to buy a house, live off the dividends, whatever, continue funding it. That's what I really hope they do, continue funding it. And honestly, they could do whatever they want. So I tried to set up 2 different funds, one with the option to go to college, and then one to just give their future. The brokerage account for me is just to give their future options.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to, and trust me, I didn't start out with $300 per kid. I started out with $25 per kid. And then as my income grew, I grew it over time. So don't get intimidated by the numbers, just more so taking the principles. You could start with 5, 10. I tell my clients a lot, don't worry about the amounts, worry about the habit. The habit of automatically investing for your kids' future is more so important than the amount, because you're going to increase as your income increase naturally. So
okay, let's go back, because I'm writing all this stuff down because I do have a child, and honey, he got big dreams. I want to. What did he say? He wanted not Harvard. It's
Yale.
Mommy.
Was it? It wasn't Yale, and I think it was Harvard. I think he did say Harvard. And I'm looking like, bruh, you gonna have to get some serious. Yeah, you gotta get going. So, you said what was that? The 3
Oh, the 529
The
plan?
529.
Yes, you could do are you in Ohio? Is everybody in
Yeah,
Ohio?
yeah,
Yep.
we're in Ohio.
Okay. You could do a Ohio 529 plan. And you could just Google Ohio 529 plan, and then the company it'll come up first option. And you could get an Ohio 529 plan. And one benefit is you can actually take a deduction on your taxes for all the money you contribute to this 529 plan. So you actually get a tax deduction on your state return also.
Now, when I get the 529 plan, do I go to my bank? Now, how do I set that up? Like, do I go to my bank and to say, hey, I want to get a 529 plan. I want to start a college fund for my son, or how does that work?
So
Like you said, you can Google it, but I mean,
no, yeah, nope. So okay, so you're just Googling it for the link. So
okay,
how you
okay,
set that account up is it's Ohio Advantage Fund. So that's the 529 holder name. And what you do is you go to create a new account, and you have to create a new account kind of for each child, because they'll have their own account number. They ask for your basic information as the parent, and then they ask for your child's information. With your child information, you're going to give your child's and your first name, your full name, your social security number, because it's an investment account. It's tied to your social.
okay.
You're also going to give them your address.
Okay.
So you're giving them all your personal information. You're creating an account. Once you have your basic account information added, they give you the option to connect your bank account.
Okay.
Connect your bank account. You have the option to set up automatic transfers to this account, or one-time type of payment, where you go in and you say, okay, I got an extra $25. Cool. I'm going to put this in. Or you can say, okay, every payday, I'm going to transfer bi-weekly $20 into this account. So it has the options there for you to add your bank account information.
Now, let me ask you another question. Can you have another person also linked to that one account? So this
can. Great.
Okay. So like if I have a grandma, so just say for instance, if I have a grandnini that wants to collab with, she probably like, no.
Yes.
That wants to collab, she can do that as well.
Yes. Basically, they have the option where you can send out a link where they can add money to the account. And my 529 plans, as my daughter's birthday is approaching, like the 2-year-old, her birthday's in February. So in like the next week or two, they're going to send me like a link and say, hey, send this to your family and friends, and they can fund Seven's 529 plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you definitely have the option to share the link with your family and friends, so they can also add money to this account. And I've been doing this. She's about to turn 3 next month. Since she was born, I opened up her account probably when she was about 3 months. And I always share the link with my, in our group chat, like, hey, if you don't know what to get Seven, how about you add the money to her 529 plan?
Right.
Yep. We have some comments here. Kathy says, yes, many of us were never taught money management. Historically, in our community, we were told that people's money was none of our business. That attitude has hurt us as a people.
Yes. And I agree.
That goes with saying, Kathy, how we are related. And I usually tell this to every guest that we have on the show, is that all of our grandparents are brother or sisters or something, And so Kathy's father and my grandmother and James's grandmother, brothers and sisters. So they were all taught. They were all taught that their money was their money, ain't nobody's business. Where you got it from, who it's going to, who does not. Yeah, they were super private.
And definitely, and I can agree. Like, I felt like asking my parents question was like private into their business.
Yeah.
In a way. And I kind of still do, but I felt like in order for me to be the change maker, I really had to step outside my comfort zone. My husband, he thought I was crazy too. He really did. When I was paying off my debt, James can tell y'all, I share my budget. People knew how much I was making every month. They knew how much my utility was. They knew
Yes.
how much my rent was, my mortgage
Yeah.
was. They knew it
Yes.
all. And I
Yes.
told myself, do I really want to put this information out? Because like I don't want family like coming to me asking for stuff or
Right.
whatever. Because I got a goal I'm trying to accomplish. I mean, I got kids too. I got a household like on top of all this. And honestly, every little bit that I got extra went towards my debt. But I told myself, like, seriously, if I'm going to be a change maker, I just got to do it. This ain't about me. This is about being vulnerable, showing people with real numbers how you can make
Yeah.
this happen. And so I just put my thoughts aside. I put my husband's thoughts aside. I didn't share his numbers, but I did share my information, like my half of everything. We didn't have joint accounts at the time. So it's like, okay, it'll be easy because I'm just put my business out there.
Right.
But yeah.
And so when you were budgeting, did you just keep it in a notebook? Did you use an app? Like, how did you keep track of it?
So I had a notebook in the beginning because I felt like I need to write it down on real paper with a real pencil to hold myself accountable and to keep track. But then later on my journey, I learned about different budgeting apps. So I was using the entire time of this app called Mint app.
Mint.
Yeah, but they're actually going away. They're supposed to go away this month. So yeah, they were a free budgeting app. But budgeting apps, yeah, I'm so sad. But they're supposed to be transferring some of the budgeting features over to Credit Karma. That's
okay.
Owned by the same company. So now on the Credit Karma app, you're actually going to see a tab at the bottom that say like money management or budgeting. And you'll be able to set up your budget there. Without my budget, I would never have been able to get out of debt because I needed that plan. I needed like the roadmap to how I was going to get it done. So the budgeting and the budgeting app was like really key to the process.
I'm gonna be excited to look at that on the Credit Karma because I'm tired of them emailing me. Because at first it'd be, "Ooh, you're working on your credit. Your credit went up." Then they'd be like, "Your credit score changed. Come check this out."
I know,
so I'm
right?
Man.
Yeah, because I tell you what, without that Credit Karma, I'm not in debt no more. When you have support people, on your side, it really makes a difference, And I was able to pay off 2 car notes, got another car, a better car this time. But I'm gonna tell you, my brain cannot function when it goes over 2015. So sister girl probably ain't gonna never get a new car. I'm so super serious because when I first got this car, it was like, what is going on? My mom's car. Are you serious? I'm cool. You ain't got to worry about it, Lord.
You got Kathy laughing at you.
Like you don't have to worry about it. But in all the same sense, when it comes to, I'm serious when it comes to credit because I want to own my own house one day. Yes. And I was telling somebody, I said I was actually in a class, for to get a house. The first thing them people told me to do, what not to do, was get a new car. My car went out.
Oh.
As I'm taking the class.
You was in that NACA class?
Yeah.
And I went to my bank and I told my bank, I said, I asked my bank, I said, listen, is this true? Would you guys consider me for a loan to get a house if, I get a car? They was like, no, because once you get another loan, even if your credit, it don't even matter about the credit because my credit was 650. It was over 650, but now but they was like, even if your credit score was over that, they still wouldn't even consider you unless you had like unless you were married, they consider him. But they would not. And I was like, oh, whatever. After I pay this car off, then I just have to start all over. But I can honestly say I am not in debt.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
And that's serious. That's real.
I'm broke.
They
but I ain't in debt.
Because they look at your debt to income. They don't want to debt while you're trying to take on like a large debt of a house. So
right.
that process can definitely be a lot.
I get it. I get it now. I get it because I was really sad and sick and like, are you kidding me? You know, how you gonna tell me I needed a new car? But they was like, no, we would never consider you. But you know, I just thank God I got a new car. You
Yeah.
know, I just
Yeah.
other than that, it's I will definitely be trying because I mean taking on a house is a big responsibility.
It
Right.
is.
It's
It
a
is.
really big responsibility. I done heard people, girl, I gotta get a new roof. I gotta get this. I got my furnace went out. So I am kind of like thinking about it like, dang, do I really want to do this?
Is there
Well,
some
I will
things that we could do to help us, like if we're homeowners and those, something, some kind of financial plan or something that we could do when those unexpected costs come up?
Yes, I was just about to say what I do is I have what's called a like an emergency fund, but it's called like my house fund or my
Okay.
repair fund. So as soon as like I have this repair fund, so when any like major repairs come up, I already had a fund set aside and
Okay.
determine how much you want to put in this fund. So do you want it to be $1,000, $500, and then over the years or each week put a little bit into this fund to kind of
Mhm.
get yourself there over time.
Right.
Mhm.
But you definitely need a repair fund if you're gonna have a house, because I definitely have had to replace my furnace. Right now I need like the air ducts in my house.
The air duct
And I've been
clean, yeah.
getting quotes, and I'm like, well, dang, $1,000 to clean the daggone vents, the air ducts. It's just like, what?
Not the 1,000.
Yeah. So
So is there some things that we could cut out, like frivolous spending or something that you would say, try to watch when you're budgeting?
yeah. So what I like about having a budget and writing it down is it lets you identify all your different spending categories and all your different expenses. So it's telling you, okay, how many gym memberships do I got? Am I going to the gym and I'm paying for this membership? Like
Okay.
earlier, say I'm
That's definitely frivolous spending because I don't be going. So
yes, like I'm tired of
I felt like he was talking to me. Like,
yeah, so it like things like that. So gym memberships, are you paying for those and not going? Cancel it. Subscriptions. How many subscriptions do you have? Because that stuff adds up.
I just did that over the new year.
Getting rid of cable, but then we got 5 to 10 subscriptions.
Yeah.
That fire stick business.
It's just crazy. Crazy how many, like, so things like that. And checking out just reviewing your expenses each month to see, like, do I really need this? Am I really utilizing this? Is it really worth it?
Right.
You got to really ask yourself that, and writing out your expenses will help you make that determination.
absolutely.
Gotcha.
It's funny you say the gym thing because I talk to Philly Whedon sometimes, and the first thing he'll ask me is, "How many gym memberships you got now?"
Right.
And I'm like,
Y'all,
I've gotten much better, just in terms of cutting those, and then like even with subscriptions, like I probably have 2 subscriptions.
Well, mine is free, so
I got rid of
Because you on that fire stick.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got a comment that says DoorDash.
thank you, sis.
That's my best friend Tiara. Listen, we like to eat, okay? And I'm lazy too. I don't want to drive. So that's the perfect storm is DoorDash.
It is.
Well, I can say this. I thank you all to the ones who gives me great tips when I DoorDash. So,
Oh, right. Yeah. So I
don't hate on the DoorDash.
I don't even have DoorDash on my phone because I never wanted to get the habit of using it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I'll download DoorDash or Instacart if I'm like out of town and kind of need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I have an account, but I don't keep the app on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't have like Uber or anything like that either.
What?
No. No. And my daughter.
See, I need an Uber because I be going out at night and I don't like being a designated driver. So I need somebody pick me up.
My daughter's like, her cousins are using like DoorDash. She was like, well, why don't we have it? Like, trying to figure out like, okay, what's going on? What we missing out on? I'm like, honey, don't even worry about it.
Let's not tell her we got food at home.
Let's we can go get some McDonald's. We gonna go get it because I can't pay them service fees plus the McDonald's now.
Yes.
Ironically, Elijah likes to order DoorDash and Uber Eats. I have never ordered from either one of them. And it's crazy.
My mom said the same thing. She said,
I did it twice. I did it twice, and then my little lady, when I be like, I don't feel like going out, we're gonna DoorDash. So I DoorDash, but with her account. But with me personally, I probably only did it like where'd she go? Oh, I only did it probably like twice. But I know one day I sat here, went into my account, and added up all of the fast food unnecessary. I think I probably added up maybe about $200 worth of BS. I ain't gonna say bullshit because I was so mad. So you know what I did? I went out and Uber until I couldn't Uber no more. That money back.
Like I'm getting my money back. Y'all took from me.
I kid you not. Like it was just in my brain. Like, Tiffany, are you kidding? Because see, what I do, and this may sound silly, but when I get upset, the first thing that comes to my mind is shopping. Like if something gets me like super upset, I'm going to the mall. I don't give a shit with it. I'm going to the mall. Oh, them shoes is cute. Let me get those. Ain't got no money.
But that's a lot of people though. That's a lot.
That's like an anxiety.
Closet that look like Tiff's with all type of stuff. You could go shopping in her closet. Stuff still got tags on it. She pulled out boxes of shoes. I'm like, these cute at the store. She's like, you know what? I think I got those. Hold on. So maybe all that shopping. Tiffany. I'm over here telling on you. Don't tell on me. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
I'm about to say, yeah, my closet is super overflowing. That's why I cannot gain no weight.
She ain't got nothing to wear.
I can't. Listen, and you know what, Miss Savvy? I went to the mall. What was that? When did I get those tickets? Back in December. So I literally was at the mall and I called Kat and I was like, "You think this outfit cute?" I brought the outfit. Okay, sitting in my closet. What did I go do? Get another outfit and say, "I think I'm gonna wear it."
Oh my god!
But I did the same thing. I told her what I was wearing. I showed up to the photo shoot. She said, "Where you get this dress from?" I thought you was wearing pants. I'm like, "Yeah, girl. I was on my way out the door and I seen something that caught my eye."
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm gonna work on too. The frivolous spending. Like I do have a hard time of buying stuff for myself because like as a mom, sometimes I be feeling like, oh, I don't need this. I don't. And then I'll be like, treat yourself. So it's like I gotta have a happy medium somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Balance in it. Find a balance.
Yeah, you do.
As opposed to saying like every pay I deserve something, just like once a month or once every other month. Idea like that.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. How do you manage? Because it seems like you're managing really good when it comes to the money aspect, but you have 2 girls. So, and I have a son, and I know I go out and spend binge, but with my son, I only buy stuff for him when we are going somewhere if he needs it. Now you have 2 girls. How do you manage buying them girls? Okay, buying them clothes. You see, oh my god, them is cute. I'm gonna get this for $7, or I'm gonna get this. How do you do that?
So
in your budget.
Oh, good question. So within my budget, I have like a miscellaneous fund.
Okay.
So it's like a things I didn't budget for, but like caught my eye, or if I have to help a family member, I use that miscellaneous funds, or just if anything come up that wasn't originally in my budget, I have to use that fund. So if I have a slip up and I love, like, I don't know, the other day 7 wanted rain boots in Target. God knows it wasn't even raining, but she wanted these boots. She had to have them. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll pick my battles. Cool. We're going to use the miscellaneous fund.
Okay.
But I never get the urge because I don't like a lot of like clutter when it comes to clothes.
Uh-huh.
Like if it like she's in the 3T, that 2T and on, that's out of the house already. Like I don't like a lot of clutter, so I don't feel the necessary like to spend on clothes. I always feel like you throw out of it. So cool, we got your 3T wardrobe, and when you grow out of that, then we're gonna get some more. So, but things do come up, especially like my 10-year-old. She's more into like her looks and fashion and stuff. So I just try to. We don't get new shoes every month, or every time a new pair come out. We just not doing it. So she doesn't most expect it, but sometimes she do get the urge. So I do have that miscellaneous fund where it's like, okay, I guess you could get it. It just having that budget just in case things come up. And I think I will experience it more when she turned a teenager, because she's 10 now. She do like things, but and we shop at like Shein and stuff. We go discount because it can look good still with little girls or girls. So
right.
And the boy stuff is more expensive, so it definitely is harder.
Yeah.
And girl,
like,
Eliza, go ahead, Jay.
How do you manage like the cell phone era? Because like at 10 years old, like they want cell phones, they want iPhones, they want iPads, they want, like, how do you manage that type of thing?
So so she got her cell phone last year for her birthday, but you ain't got no new phone, honey. I'm gonna get a little upgrade. I had my phone for like 3-4 years. You're gonna get my old 3-year-old phone. That's new to you. It is. It's new to you. I'm gonna get you a new case and everything. It's gonna be real nice. I'm gonna clean it off, and voila, factory mode. Here's your new phone, honey. You know, we never throw away the box anyway. It's always sitting somewhere. So I cleaned it up, put the case on, put it in the box. Happy birthday.
Why do we keep them cell phone boxes?
I don't know.
I keep mine too.
I like never get rid of it. Never. And so and she mentioned like for Christmas, like she was like, oh, well, I don't have to get no other Christmas gift. I just want a new iPhone. And I was like, it's not happening. It ain't happening. Like, I'm just not, no, we can't keep, and I don't stay up to date with the like latest phones. So honey, I don't want to even create that habit, or I don't want you even thinking that's going to happen. Once you get to pay for it, cool. But when I'm paying for it, you're going to get my old phone. After some years, I'll upgrade type of energy. So, yeah.
But the beauty of it is that, like, your kids mimic how you live.
They do.
Like, absolutely mimic you and the things that you do and the principles that you have and that sort of thing. So as long as
they watch everything.
And you know,
they already know I'm not getting a new phone. I'm not. If she didn't want that phone so bad, and she had wanted like a year or so, if she didn't want a phone, I wouldn't even have got a new phone. I would have just rolled it out till it ain't work no more.
Right.
Because I feel like all the iPhones do the same thing.
They all do the same thing.
They do.
I feel like I'm buying this new phone, but what am I truly getting new? It's everything is the same. Nothing is different.
Yep.
So just trying to like instill it in them, like I involve my kids with like everything. So everything's Savvy Girl Money. The 10-year-old was there for the whole process. Everything. She used to go to photo shoots or everything, podcast interviews. She would sit through everything. So it's like almost like second nature for her. She already know what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Like what I know that, you know, starting this and creating this, you were really looking for a resource for people to have to be able to, you know, ask tax questions and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And clearly you've been able to like tremendously help your immediate family, your kids and your husband, because I mean, you've talked about not only your debt, but his debt and buying cars and how you pay off. Like, so you've definitely helped your immediate family. How have you helped the rest of the family to the point where they're able to really gain something from it, but then they're not constantly calling and saying, can I have, or can I borrow, or can I get, or?
So it's still a struggle. It's definitely, I ain't gonna act like it's all peaches and cream, because some habits are so hard to get rid of. But I just try to be the example as much as I can. And like with my parents are a unique situation. Not really my dad, but my mom. I probably helped her the most. So I have got my siblings to the point where they don't need me anymore. They're independent. They're good, because I'm the oldest of 6. I was the crutch, and they're good. They're like living on their own. They're good. So they don't need me to help pay rent and all that stuff no more. Mom, on the other hand, She's still a work in progress, to say the least. But it's like she's still my biggest supporter.
Absolutely.
And still she sets a budget, but she just working with so little, not getting paid like a fair wage. So we're advancing the conversation like, okay, maybe we need to start a new business where we can actually pay you more. Like you could still do the same thing, but have our own business. And so we just having more advanced conversations where my mom can like lean on me less and less.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going into your 9th year of Savvy Girl Money.
Yeah.
And you've been able to really not only have you accomplished amazing things, but it looks more like you really accomplished even more than what you initially set out for. Like, definitely. What do you feel like, or where do you feel like you want this to go moving forward, and then next year being, the 10th anniversary?
I think what I want for like that 9th and 10th year, I really want Savvy Girl Money to just be like, because it started off as like a side hustle. I'm an accountant, a CPA, so I know how to manage money and funds. But I want to get Savvy Girl Money to the point where honestly it can replace my salary.
Absolutely.
To be honest, that is my ultimate goal. I want my Savvy Girl Money income, which I do get an income. I pay myself a paycheck, or I pay myself each month, because again, it's about making a habit. I give myself $200. It didn't start off at that, but it's just the idea of making the habit of being a business owner, paying yourself something each month, and then as the business grow, I can increase it. But I make sure from Savvy Girl Money, I pay myself each month and just develop the habit of manage a business, pay yourself a wage.
Absolutely. We have a
comment. And Kathy says, what do you suggest for seniors/retirees or others to save money or get out of debt on a fixed income?
Oh, good question. That's definitely a challenging one, because when the income is fixed, it's like, okay, where do I stretch it? Like you only can stretch it but so far. But I would say first, if you don't like the idea of earning more, because that would be my first go-to, figure out other ways to like increase your income. I know it's fixed, but if you don't mind taking, like my auntie, she watches my 2-year-old and I pay her each week for it. And that's how she pay her car note. So she takes the baby. Cool. I basically cover her car note each month.
Girl, wait a minute. You need a backup babysitter.
I know. you need an alternate or something.
And so think about ways where you can earn extra income, or if you're like, I retired, I ain't trying to go that route. Look at your expenses. What can you reduce? What can you cut completely? And it's really going to be about earning more, that little side hustle, or about reducing your expenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate to cut us short. Listen, the time flies. So we've been on for almost an hour already, but I think this was amazing. We're going to be bringing on our next guest in a couple minutes, but in terms of like, how can people get started, with Savvy Girl Money? Like if they're watching this and this is all a new concept to them, which for a lot of people it is. How do they get involved with Savvy Girl Money, or what do you feel is the first step for them, when they pull up your website?
I feel like the first step is get inspired a little more by following me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram at Savvy Girl Money. So really get inspired, get motivated to really, because I try to provide motivation. I'm sharing my story, sharing my journey in order to inspire others to kind of start their journey. But definitely follow me so that you could ask me questions. Other things that you could do is set up a one-on-one consultation with me and we create your budget together, or help you work through any other financial situation that you might have. So that's the best way to kind of get started. Look for that motivation, or just, hey, let's just set up a meeting and let's get started.
So we have a comment.
Oh, go ahead, Tiff.
So, so we have a comment from one Diane Milirons. Moms, do you ever think about going into the schools and talking to the middle and high school students on money management?
James, you probably can answer this.
I know you go around, and I know you talk to kids, and I also was going to bring up your show that you have on PBS also, but
Yeah.
I know that
Really?
Yeah, so I do.
Okay.
I go, y'all. I will go into elementary school and tell them about money management,
Yeah.
about different career paths that will help you earn a great living. So I go into elementary schools, I go into middle schools, high school. I go to career fairs, like the annual career fairs at schools, and talk. I don't care the level. I'll go in. I done went last year to my daughter's 4th grade class, telling them about how important and lucrative it could be to have a career in accounting and finance. So I definitely do that, and want to continue. So yeah.
I know that's right.
Great.
Yeah,
I wish.
do it for the babies.
So
Yeah.
where are you at? Where are you located at right now?
I'm in Maple Heights.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I really wish you could come down here to do some, Akron public schools and also some private schools as well, because I'm pretty sure they will welcome you with open arms.
Yes, I graduated from the University of Akron, so I spent many years in the Akron areas. I have done teaching at Akron Library downtown. So I hosted financial classes at the library downtown before, but I haven't been into any of the schools. So I would love that. So if anybody know a plug, let me know.
I'm gonna talk to my son's principal and see if we can.
The school board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Summer Hall.
Yeah,
and I
Summer
know she
Hall.
was interested in some new programs for the kids, so that might be something
I would love it. Yes, I'm for all of it.
Yeah, I will get in touch with Summer and give her your info, and you guys can collab and talk. And then also, I will talk to my son's principal tomorrow and see there. He goes to 7-Day Adventist Church, so. But I'll still talk to her and see if you can come in, because that would be great for the kids.
I think so.
I was actually at a high school today. That's so funny that you even asked me that. It's one in like the downtown Cleveland area.
Okay.
It's a private high school, and I was there to talk about how I can help their students learn more about the accounting and finance field.
Right.
So.
Okay.
How receptive were the kids to that? Like when you went down today, how receptive were they to you coming in and actually talking about it?
They love it. Especially, I don't mind the age group, but I really like high schoolers, because they're so close to that like next stage of their life.
Right.
But I enjoy it. They're so funny because they just luckily they picked the right one, because I don't mind sharing, but they want to know, well, how much you make. You hear talk about job, so how much they have no filter, y'all.
Right, no filter at
all. They
all.
was in your business for real.
And I be here for all of it. The teacher be embarrassed, and I'm like, oh girl, I don't care.
But that's the beauty of it, is that like they have somebody who is open and willing to discuss that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Because I just feel like, and I've done this all throughout my career. If you know, then you could be well informed. If you got someone else is in a position, they making 100,000, you making 50, and you're doing the same job, it's like,
absolutely,
well, what's going on? So I always feel, I'm not gonna blast it, but if you ask me and you like one of my good friends or coworkers, of course I'm gonna tell you, because I want you to find a way to level up. I want you to challenge them in your next annual review to figure out where your coin's at.
Yeah,
so I have no problem with sharing, because of the education to help. How are we gonna get ahead if we're so secretive?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I love that. www.savvygirlmoney.com, correct?
Yes.
And then social media, how do they find you?
At Savvy Girl Money also.
Okay. Any kind of final thoughts, final comments?
I would say this: it's a new year, 2024. If you are interested in increasing your money management skills, I say this: just get started. That's the hardest part. Start where you are. I started back in 2015, 2017, and I didn't have as much as I have today. But I'm telling you, if you gain these skills as your income increase, you'll be so well off.
Okay.
So start your journey today and just get started. And don't hesitate to reach out and ask questions. Honey, I'll answer questions all day. I have no problem. People ask me stuff.
And I know
I'm
that
here
for
for it.
I know that to be a fact.
I could be at my 9-to-5 job. Oh, she got a question. Okay, hold on. I'll finish this tax return in a second. Girl, let me tell you how to start saving some money.
Right.
With no problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Let me see. My last question. Oh, just a statement. I need you to get an app together. Like Mint is going away. And I mean,
I know.
I need you to have your own app. Because I'm one, I can write all that stuff down and write my budget down. But because everything I do is digital, even business wise.
Yeah.
I'm always on my phone. So I use certain apps and whatnot just to kind of keep track of bills and what's due and what's coming up and that sort of thing. But I would love a really good app. And Mint was pretty good. There's a couple other ones that I have been using for a little bit too. But I would love for you to have your own app so that then I can download that and
I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna work on it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me.
You are so welcome. I am really messaging Summer Hall as we speak.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give her your info.
You guys have a great show.
You too. You have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the info.
No problem.
And keep loving on them babies, honey. She is so adorable. She is knocked out with her little smart self.
Okay, bye guys.
Right, bye.
Listen, y'all, I think that was an amazing conversation, amazing interview.
We needed that.
Yeah. And and we may have her on again because that's really, really dope. And Kathy, Diane, thank y'all for the comments. Let me see.
Yeah, my friend Tierra Simone Fennell was on there commenting, and this she usually is working. So I'm not even, I was surprised even seeing her face on here. So shout out to my best friend Tierra. Thank you for watching.
Hi, Tierra.
So now
she went to the concert with us, Tiff, my best friend.
Yes!
So our next guest is in the green room. So we're going to go ahead and invite her in. Amazing artist. I watched videos of her earlier this afternoon. Thought it would be amazing to bring her on the show. We are bringing on Miss Loretta Holloway. I want you guys to help me welcome her to the show.
Hello, this is Loretta.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
I saw you back there clapping. I'm like, oh, she's loving it.
Yeah, because to be quite honest, we really didn't have in my household how to manage money, budget money, make money. That was not a topic of discussion. And I was really happy when she said they were going into the school systems so early, because you just think you got $5 or whatever, and you got a whole lot of money, but you really don't. And so, as a kid, we just spent, and not even thinking about saving.
Absolutely. Yeah. She is a beautiful spirit. I've been able to kind of watch from the ground up, and not only did she do this to bring herself out of debt, but she's teaching her kids. She had the 3-year-old actually on the video with her, but she was asleep. And then
I saw a little glimpse of her. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, she's been teaching them and giving them the nuggets and the resources. The 10-year-old really for about 5-6 years now, and then the 3-year-old is getting it now also. They both have brokerage accounts.
Very good.
And she's doing amazing. And there's a lot of people who are gaining that valuable information and resources from her. So we thought well, truthfully, we knew that, you know, she was great for the show. Like, we need to talk about this in our communities, and we need to have
Right.
people, you know, really.
Exactly. And the sooner the children can start learning these things and responsibility, the better off they will be. Just to think that, you know, that they can just, money falls off the tree. They don't have any idea of how much time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears it takes to make money these days, you know.
Absolutely.
Hello, everybody.
So now we need to circle it back to you. You are doing so amazing out here. First and foremost, can you introduce yourself? And
Yes. Good evening. I don't know who I have glasses, but these are the wrong ones. And you know, I know your name is James Johnson.
Absolutely.
And I can't read the other ladies' names there. So, and
I'm Kat. Nice to meet you.
Hello,
and I'm Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi.
I'm Loretta Holloway. I am South Carolina's official First Lady of Song by way of the Senate proclamation. I am an international recording artist, traveled the globe. I've done a Royal Command performance of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. And here we are.
No, I think that's really amazing. I talked to Tangi, you know, a couple of days ago. Like, okay, let's get her on. Like she would be really amazing for the show.
I really appreciate that.
And you know, just my background, I do a lot with like entertainment media, and we bring on a lot of musicians and that sort of thing. So you know, we thought it would be great to have you on. I actually had a chance to check out 2 of your videos. I wanted you to kind of talk a little bit about those to everybody. On YouTube, it's Feels Like Love Again and That Lady. Now, That Lady's the current single, right?
They both are current.
Okay.
Yeah, they were both released in 23.
Okay.
So the way I came at, I was associated with this gentleman. We still are. What am I saying? We kind of lost touch along the way, but he called me out of the blue and he said, I have a song I want you to listen to. And it was called I'm Still That Lady. But when he played me the song, I went, wow, it really resonated in me. I said, but listen, why are you giving away the ending at the very beginning?
Right.
I said, there's no element of surprise. I'm always rearranging things. You know, I'm always rearranging things. That's just in my nature. So we rearranged it and to reflect, I wanted it to be where you didn't know who that lady was. If I was talking about, I've been so many places, met so many faces, from the highest valley to the lowest mountain. Well, see how I've done it all. She's done it all. Whatever. So the song really resonated in me, and I said, you're giving away the element of surprise. I wanted it to be where the audience or the person would interpret, is she talking about her mother? Is she talking about herself? Is she talking about a lover? Who is she talking about? So I made a promise to my mother before she transitioned that I would begin writing and singing my own songs.
Okay.
So when he brought this song to me, it really hit home, and we arranged the lyrics and everything. He produced it. We went into the studio and produced it. His name is Joseph Jojo Williams Jr. From Just Joe Records, and his lovely wife, Sadeja. They just got married. So they are a pair. They are a writing pair, producing pair out of Johnston, South Carolina. And we've done television shows and stage production. And so we just got back together within the last couple of years.
Okay. So, I mean, I think these songs are beautiful. Does a full-length project come out of these, or?
Well, I'm having to go back and redo the video because that lady is really sad. She's just riding in the back of a limousine and just, going nowhere. We didn't come up with a storyline or a script or anything. And I'm going to try to be reflective of things. It did not come out that way. So
Yeah.
we're coming up with a new concept because it was really sad. And I don't have one yet, a video for Feels Like Love Again.
Okay.
Now, that song has been through a couple of transitions because I had an opportunity to record with, it was several different producers and whatnot. And that was one of the projects that we were working on.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote that song. It was a slow version with this particular producer, but the money disappeared, the producer disappeared, and all I was left with was a cassette tape. And so, yeah, a cassette tape. So I'm taking you back a few years, okay?
Yeah.
They don't even know what that means.
I know Tiffany is going, what's up with that?
No, we know about the cassettes and how you rewind it with a
No,
pencil.
I'm talking about this generation. Yes, girl. My mom still has a cassette tape, and she still has the boombox.
Yep, I have both as well. I still have both as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
So it was a very sultry song, and then when all of that fell apart, I said I want to start writing my. I'm going back to what I made a promise to my mother. So we were looking for more material to cut and do.
Okay.
And I said, well, rather than you bring in somebody else's work, I have songs in my cassette tapes.
Right.
We can revisit and reinvent. And so thus feels like I'm in love again. Feels like love. So that's the second single.
Okay.
So how would you describe your music?
I'm a jazz singer. My first influence, early influence was Nancy Wilson, and Barbra Streisand. I love Barbra Streisand. Nancy Wilson. And I love Lena Horne for her elegance and that fire that she has. So Nancy Wilson was my early influence as far as articulation, enunciation, and just the stage presence. Yeah. So then I think one of the greatest compliments I ever had was, you know who you sound like? And I said, no, who? They said, you sound like Loretta Holloway.
Oh, wow.
So I knew I had arrived. I knew I had arrived.
Man.
Yes. I loved getting into a lyric. The Variety magazine called me a singing actress, and that I'm using the lyrics as my dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I never really sing a song the same way, the same night. It takes on a whole different. It takes on a whole different atmosphere and life of its own. I can't say it depends on the audience, but just how I'm feeling that evening.
Right. Like how much
lyrical music. I feel that a lot of music of my generation, they lost a lot of that. Like I grew up reading encyclopedias and looking at thesaurus and, expanding my vocabulary. And that's something that I like in my music. Like I like to hear, like, tell me those emotions, like bring out something that I'm not just, oh, I love you, you love me, like pull on the heartstrings. And I feel like some music nowadays doesn't do that.
You're absolutely correct. Some of the music today, as I explained earlier in another thing, they're so explicit, they leave nothing to the imagination. I mean, I can learn what to do in one song. It's like, I'm going,
you know what?
You're
Miss
kidding.
Loretta.
I didn't know that's what that was for. And so,
true story.
I know they did not say that. But then I thought about
it's gonna get worse.
I don't know how much more worse it can be. But oh, my child. Yes. But I look back on some of the songs that I embraced, like in high school and college, And I'm listening to the lyrics now, and I went, oh my heavens, did they say that? I understand, you know.
But I feel like it was more innuendos and it wasn't straight in your face. It was like you
Yes.
kind of had to grow up to hear. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
This is crazy. Like, and I was going around, 4 years old singing this. And then I'm like,
Now,
open me up like a flower.
Yeah.
And you could, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, because now when you listen to it, Marvin Gaye Sexual Healing, honey, listen here.
Well,
You
I
listen to-
kind
you
of
actually
knew
sit
what was
and-
going on with that
Yeah,
one.
you never know what the lyrics meant, back then until you actually hear them now. So,
Right.
even with, my son, he's so smart. He'll be in a car and we'll be listening to the radio and he knows and hears all. And he'd be like, oh, really? Like, dude, don't do that. Because, see, the stuff that y'all listen to, it's just right there in your face. So they don't have to look at it on TV. They can practice it from just listening to the radio, which is it's just utterly crazy to me.
Yes, I'm surprised at what they say and what they can sing on the radio stations these days.
Yeah.
We don't as parents, Miss Loretta, as parents, we don't have to have the birds and the bees talk.
No, you're absolutely right.
They can sit down and teach you some stuff. Okay.
Really? I'm going, oh, I didn't know that. But this is true. You really, I take such offense when they call each other the B word and all the, I really do. So you really I can't say fault kids if they come out with these words because that's what they're listening to.
They're listening to it and they're seeing everything. So it's like, you try not to do stuff in front of their face. You tell them, because we were taught, me and my mom was even talking about this because my son, he's always in my mouth, like always in, like I can be on the phone and I would say something. He would sit up here and comment. I'd be like, oh. Well, I don't need you to say that. So my mom would be like, you know what, the stuff that these kids do today, we never did. Like when we would go over to party, when we had our house parties and stuff, the fights would be on. We would always either go upstairs or we're in the basement. We was never around adults. We was never allowed around adults because your face would be beating you to where you're supposed to be at. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, these kids today have so much of this going on. True story. These kids got so much of this going on. Like it doesn't matter with these parents anymore. Social media is out here and we can't enjoy music like we used to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? With the Anita Baker, with, even when Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans came out in our era, they weren't as explicit as the Megan Thee Stallion is out here. Even kind of Beyonce done kind of like took a jump in the place.
I'll tell you how naive I was. Christmas, I was dancing to this song that was Beyonce.
Okay.
We're gonna talk, and I'm going, I know she's not, and I'm dancing to it, and I'm letting them record it, and everything, and something told me to go and look up the lyrics. And she's actually saying we're going to, I ain't even gonna lie.
I had to look up those lyrics too.
Something like that. It had a good beat and everything, and then the word was kind of slurred and embedded. And I'm going, I can't believe you're at this age, Loretta, and you didn't realize what she would say. Yeah. I've been sheltered. I live in South Carolina. I guess I've been in my hometown a little bit too long. Yeah. So
music is slowly.
I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I think that music is slowly getting back to kind of the essence of what it was. And October London out here, and he's doing so amazing.
Oh, I love him. Absolutely love him.
And there's so many different artists now who are kind of giving us what we've been missing in R&B and music, period, for a long time.
There's an audience for it, and people are thirsty for that type of music, for something of content, character, something that you can
and
connect with, not
substance.
just a catchy song that you're not going to listen to in a couple months.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Loretta, can you tell us about performing for Queen Elizabeth? That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I was performing in Bangkok, and I had a 16-piece orchestra. And these gentlemen came in, this whole group of Australians came in, and they were very lively. And right away, I could tell that they were, in the entertainment business. And so I'm on stage, and I'm singing, and someone in the group said, "Can you sing Waltzing Matilda?" And I said, "What is a Matilda?" Well, this gentleman jumps up, and you don't come on my stage unless I invite you. I don't come up there.
Right.
You don't come up here.
Right.
All right. Unless I invite you. Well, I could tell that he was very effervescent, and he was good. He was a safe cookie. All right. So he said, "I can sing it." So, the guys knew it. I was in Bangkok, and they knew the song. And after my show, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I let him get up there and do what he did. After the show, I went over and I introduced myself, and we met and we talked. And he said, "We'd like to exchange information with you." And I said, "Fine." He said, "We're going to call you in about 6 months." I went, "Okay." About 6 months later, I get a call. His name is Paul Sharrett. God rest his soul. "Your little treasure, you." He's a little treasure. That he gave me that. He was so funny. He was always very funny. He was the executive producer of the Royal Command performance. And he called and he said, "Loretta, how would you like to do a Royal Command performance with Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip?" I said, "Let's do it." Book it.
Wow.
And so it was absolutely amazing. They flew me over it was in Australia, and it was for their Commonwealth Games.
Right.
And so I got a photo shoot, a fashion shoot. I had just bought all these really nice gowns and casual things in Bangkok. So I had a pretty nice looking little new wardrobe. And so we did a whole fashion shoot, different interviews, and just meeting her. He said, "This is what I want you to do. The first two songs,
Hi, everybody. We are on now.
The Broadway song that you did, I need you to send that music to me, and your opening song." I went, "Okay, fine." So they had it augmented for Her Majesty's orchestra symphony for about 50 something pieces. And so that's what I did. I did, what is it? Oh, geez, it's late. It was a Broadway medley. And then the first song was, it was the first song. And it was very good. It really was. I can tell you. What was it?
It was a very good song. Yes.
Very good song. It was very snappy. It was very memorable.
I know anything you do is good. I mean, that's no question.
But you never know who's in your audience.
Right.
And I always tell people, because I have, you never know who's in your audience. Absolutely. I have sung for 2 people on 2 occasions, and they have been the 2 right people who have taken me different places. I always tell people, and I learned this from experience, from watching other entertainers, that my responsibility is not to the ones who didn't show up.
Right.
I don't have to say, "Oh, we got a small crowd in here tonight."
Right.
I'm in here. I took my time, my money to come see you. Don't dismiss me like that. Right. And I learned that from watching another entertainer who was very experienced. And he made us feel like we shouldn't even be here. Why are you even here wasting my breath and my time and my space? And it's not the people who didn't show up, but the people who did show up.
Who did, exactly.
And
because at the end of the day, Ms. Loretta, you are singing for the Queen. So it could just be, and that's a very big deal. That is a very big deal. Because it could just be you and the Queen in that room by yourself and nobody else basically around you matter.
Mm.
One
Well,
person.
it was just a beautiful event. I got the most elegant gown, and everything was just kind of by divine design. I wanted something very elegant, very simple, simple, and so it just all came into place. I was living in Las Vegas at the time, so
Uh-huh.
that was the majority of my career. I spent 21 years in Las Vegas, opening for Jay Leno, Whoopi Goldberg, Don Rickles. Then I would have the occasion to travel. I had an agent who I went to Japan. I did 5 tours throughout Japan in all of the jazz clubs and everything.
Okay.
Went back to Bangkok, Santiago, Chile. So I've been so many places in my life and time.
Yeah, our own Tiff, she does some singing and some performance as well. She has a performance coming up with Gospel Meets Symphony. So it's going to be her mom, my mom, and they're going to be singing along with the orchestra. And they do this every year.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes,
She
ma'am.
also Miss Loretta, and at the end of the day, she be the loudest one in the choir in the church, like turning up.
Uh-oh.
Was she
To the point where they had to tell me to don't sing. Cause I'm a soprano, and her mom is her mother is a soprano too, and me and I think it's like 3 other ladies. We are section leaders, and I don't even sing on purpose. And we have a lot of what it is that we have a lot of older people that is in our section, and they cannot sing, loud, and so their lungs done gave out. So basically they it's like I tell them to sing, I just stop singing because my voice does overpower.
Yes.
And
right.
I'm in a gospel, and me and my mother, Diane, she said now they have these praise. My mom is so I'm sorry, this is my mom. She made a comment. She said, well, music is always changing with each generation. I am a gospel singer, and I came in the era of contemporary gospel, Walter Hawkins, Mississippi Mass Choir. And me, myself, I am a very old soul, and I follow in my mom's footsteps. So, like, when you have all the choirs with the robes, they done really took away from all that. And I still listen to those mass choirs. And so it's the music, the gospel music now is just so super different. It's just really different. It's kind of hard. So yes, ma'am, my mom, and because I was going to say, my mom would really love to hear you because she is so into jazz, like very, very much so. So she definitely knows what you're talking about. I try to get into the jazz, but sometimes I'd be like, but if it's like a good jazz, it really does put me. It does put me to sleep. But I will go to a jazz concert. I will go to a jazz concert.
Well, I love jazz. I'll be honest. Like when it comes to gospel music, I'm not the fan of like the traditional gospel music. So when you think of like Mississippi and the Shirley Caesars, and like I'm more of the new age.
Right. Yeah. And me and him is the same age.
Yeah.
Now, where am I speaking to you? What city are you in? Or
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
And me and her are in Akron,
which is just outside of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about 45 minutes away.
Oh, all right. Very good.
Yeah.
Now, are you
I love jazz music. I used to take a dance class, and it was jazz. So we had to learn how to, do all the movements to all the music and stuff. And that was one of my favorite classes because it was that was just one of the little, like you do this and then but it's
come
really
on, boys, let's paint the town and.
See, we did like
all
Chicago.
That
we did,
yeah.
like, stuff like that. Yeah. So I love jazz, and I'm a dramatic person, so I love like the emotion and the stuff like that. Like, so that is me all day. So I definitely have appreciation for jazz music.
Well, people have compared me to Shirley Bassey, but I never studied her because she's very dramatic. And,
Okay.
and I have this thing with my hands, and it just came naturally. That's why I too believe I am an old soul.
Yes.
I never have been here before. And so I have a very big voice, a very big personality on stage. People, when they see me off stage, they went, "Did you shrink?" It's like, you know, we thought you were taller. If something happens when I'm on stage, it's just, you know, that thing.
Transformation.
It is, yeah. But
Now,
yes, go ahead.
Miss Loretta, my question is, when did you start singing? And who inspired you to sing?
Well,
And how did you choose it to be jazz?
I was auditioning. I went to Claflin College. It's a university now. Yay, Claflin College. Yeah, like Claflin University. I was getting ready to audition for a talent show.
Okay.
And so I was doing some songs by Gladys Knight that I enjoyed. Gladys Knight. She was
That's my favorite artist.
Yes. Still love Gladys.
Yes.
And so this gentleman passed by the rehearsal room as I was singing. And he comes in and he listens. And he said, "You know what? Your voice is more suited to jazz than R&B."
Uh-huh.
So he had a jazz band. And he taught me the likes of a Nancy Wilson, Sarah Vaughan, Lena Horne. So he taught me about all the great singers, the jazz singers. And that's how I really got into singing jazz. He had a jazz band. I was going to school at college during the day and singing in the clubs at night. And my parents were just having a fit because they said, "We didn't, send you to college to sing in some smoky bars and things." But I said,
"That's how all the parents say it."
Yeah. But I mean, I knew the minute I hit that stage or sang that this was what I wanted to do.
Absolutely.
And that was my first major decision with my parents. I said, "Mom, I'm going to sing." So she said, "This is what I want you to do. I want you to put the gentleman on the line." And so she talked to, his name was Skip Pearson, rest his soul, Skip Pearson.
Okay.
She made him promise that he would take care of me and look after me. And he did. Yeah. And we remained friends. He still stayed in South Carolina. He was the ambassador of jazz for the state of South Carolina. Yeah. And then he got he passed about 5 years ago. About 5 years. Mm-hmm. But I'll always credit him with giving me my first love for jazz. And so I have released, this is my debut CD, which is called Loretta Holloway Quietly.
Okay.
And it has 17 songs. It's unplugged. It has 17 songs I covered. I love doing songs with verses. Like At Last has a verse to it. Or More Than You Know, Can't Help Loving That Man of Mine. I did some contemporary things of, I did Strange Fruit. I covered the Billie Holiday song, Strange Fruit. I can't make you love me if you don't. I'm a Fool to Want You, recorded by Sinatra. We actually had a conversation. I had a conversation with Mr. Sinatra about his song. And I had just released this. This CD saved my life. It did. Because as I was mentioning, I had gone through about 3 recording situations that just fell apart.
Right.
Just fell apart. And I said, once before I die, I would like to see my face on the cover of a CD, even if I have to produce it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, Quietly. Now, what I did was in Las Vegas, I was doing 2 1 hour and 1 hour and 30, 1.5 hour, 30 minutes shows, 2 nights, twice a week. So I had a very strong voice. I didn't really have to exercise because my voice was just, and then I would lift myself on the piano because I can really work a piano. And what I did was, because I was having to cover the gamut from quiet songs to "On Every Woman" and you know, and just hard going things. And I didn't really think I could sing anymore. And so songs that I normally did big, I contained them. And I found that there was a wonderful power in being quiet. Thus, quietly. But this CD saved my life. So I got my face on the cover and on the back. I say, here's the front of me, and here's the front of me. So
I can definitely hear the jazz. I can definitely hear the jazz in coming out of your voice. Yes. I can definitely hear it.
Yes.
Now, have you ever sung as hard as?
She says, "Beautiful voice."
Oh, very nice. Well, they have to check they have to go onto my website, which is my name, LorettaHolloway.com. Now there is another lady. She is deceased now, and sometimes her name comes up more frequent than mine does because somebody is maintaining her. Yeah, she had a lot of disco hits. She was a disco diva. So her last name is Holloway as well. And her first name is Lolita. So
we got a cousin named Lolita.
Yeah, cousin Lolita. Shout out to cousin Lolita.
Really?
Shout out to cousin Lolita.
Yes. But
I think that's amazing. So people who want to listen to the album or buy it, they can get it on your website.
It's streaming now. So it's
okay.
As of last year, the 17 songs, you can purchase them on, Spotify, Amazon, Deezer. It's streaming on all platforms, as well as my two singles, "Feels Like Love Again" and "That Lady."
Okay. So what does 2024 look like for you?
Well, I have written a book.
Ooh.
Also, and we're going to be looking into making it a 1-1-1 show, a 1-1 play with songs. It's called Inside Loretta. There's a lot happening inside Loretta. It's a very, very.
We need you to get here to Ohio. We can see that one.
So it's a compilation of short stories, Loretta-isms, which I call one-line revelations. I call Loretta-isms. Like, there is a difference between a soulmate, a helpmate, and someone you tolerate.
Right.
Okay. Woo!
Okay, are we doing that? Here's one and these are actual things that I have said to people along the way in my life. The greatest feeling I've ever felt was to look at you and feel nothing.
Oh,
what?
I'm gonna have to send that in a text to somebody tonight because that was fire right there. That was
what? Say that. Repeat that.
The greatest feeling I've ever felt was to look at you and feel nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing.
Let me dot that I real quick. Nothing.
Yes. Yeah. And it's a very quick read because a lot of the isms are just one line, so but I delve into a lot of things, and I'm donating partial proceeds to NAMI, and I stress the importance of taking care of our mental health. And
Alliance of
Mental, yes. National.
I used to work for NAMI.
Really?
A couple years ago. Yes. I am a parent advocate for parents that have children with special needs. I have a child with special needs. So I was paid through NAMI to support these parents. So I know they do so much across the country. You wouldn't believe all the things that NAMI does. Our mental health is very important.
It's very important. And I wrote this, I made a vow to myself because we were just coming out of COVID. This was the end of 2022. That's right. And I got it out, I think it was in December. So I said, if it's the last thing that I do, I'm going to do this book. This is a limited edition. It's available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Because it's a limited edition. This is because I've gone back and corrected a lot of things. So let me see if I can read something else. I'm listening to my heartbeat. It's beating all alone. I remember when I heard 2 heartbeats, but now that heart is gone.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Roll away.
I need this book.
Roll away.
I'm going through some things right now, Loretta, and there's some things I need to hear.
Is that book is it for sale already?
Oh yes, it's on. You know what? I have just put it on my. I just reordered some more copies, the corrected version. So if you go to my website, I can personalize. You can order it off my website.
Okay.
It's what is it? It's $15 plus $5 shipping and handling, and I can personalize it for you any way you would like. So, but it is still available on Barnes and Noble through Barnes and Noble and Amazon Books. Yeah,
I would definitely buy a copy. I'm one of those, like, I really love the old days where you went to Barnes and Noble and you actually sat down in the store and
read the books.
Read the books.
Felt the pages, smelt the books. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it was a whole experience. A wonderful experience. I spent most of my childhood in the libraries here in Belgium, sitting on the floor reading these dusty old books, and I would read about faraway places, and never knowing that one day that my feet would touch the soil in the places that I had been reading. You know,
so Miss Loretta, what's the name of that book again?
Inside Loretta.
Inside Loretta.
Inside Loretta. Mm-hmm. And the only picture in here is of my parents.
Okay.
Yes, that's the only picture that's in here. But there's a lot happening in here. Yes. You're forgetting to remember, or you're remembering to forget.
You're forgetting to remember, or you're remembering to forget what is going on in this book.
Right.
Either way leaves me empty.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my copy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna read you the last one then.
Yes, don't read. I'm gonna read it myself.
Okay. But you got to get the autograph copy, kids.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anyway, but I vowed that I was going to do this because I said in the foreword or the final thoughts, and then I have about 2-3 pages that are empty. This is a markup copy here where you can leave your thoughts after reading the book. I said I conclude with my final thoughts on the importance of identifying, preserving, and protecting your mental health. Who among us has not walked the jagged edge dangling between sanity or falling into the jagged edges of insanity? This very thin line doesn't discriminate. In reading some of my entrees, there is darkness, despair, moments of depression, and thoughts alluding to suicide. These feelings do not reserve themselves to just singers, musicians, actors, Wall Street mavericks, but everyday people dealing with everyday problems. The continuing pandemic, racial injustices, political discord, and family life can make moments even more uncertain. I dedicate a portion of the revenue from Inside Loretta to mental wellness facilities, but I said NAMI, through the state of South Carolina. I took that out. If you feel you're falling, please reach out for professional help. There is no shame in doing so. I changed that line to, why make a permanent decision to a temporary problem?
Oh,
I love her. I love her.
it's just temporary. That is just temporary, baby. Remember,
Yeah,
it's just temporary.
it's temporary. It might
That's
not
just
be that.
temporary.
I think we're temporary. Yes.
That's just temporary. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna make no permanent, no rational decisions. No, that's just temporary.
But I tell you what
I
saved me
love it.
during the pandemic. We didn't know when it was going to happen, and I come from
Yeah.
the family. My family, my 4 generations of funeral directors, and so we were dealing with death, and we were dealing with the pandemic on a whole different level, being in the profession that we are, so. But I vowed that I was going to get this out, and I did, and I was very happy with it. Wait, James is speaking. I can't hear him.
I had it on mute because I had been coughing. I'm sorry. So thank you so much for coming onto the show. I think it's amazing. I definitely want the book, and I definitely want the album. So I myself will definitely be getting both of them. Your website again is lorettaholloway.com.
That's correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. www.lorettaholloway.com.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Any type of, I want to say, like, final comments? Was there anything that you really wanted to get out with the conversation today?
Well, I would just love, this is the really first time that I'm able, with these songs of Feels Like Love Again and That Lady, this is the really first time that I have ever been able to say, okay, Google, find Loretta Holloway, That Lady, and have it play. That was amazing to me. I cried the first time I did that. I'm pushing for That Lady to get into a movie. I'm shopping that now, because it is I know it is a musical song, or it has a place in a movie, That Lady. And I said, it Feels Like Love Again as well. It was the end of summer, the very last day. The sun was a burning ember in the sky. He caught me by surprise, something in his eyes said, come to me. I couldn't turn away. It was curious, a little too mysterious, as if I knew him from another time and place.
Right.
Silent whispers in the middle of the night. I heard his voice. I swear I knew his face. And then it goes on from there. And so, excuse me. No, that's a no one calls me this late.
Right. That's a lot that I believe has been missing from, music in general. So, I love what you're doing with your music.
Thank you. Thank you.
For you to, to be able to pull it up on Google and it plays, and like, that's amazing. And it's just a testament to the hard work that you put in. So kudos to you. Like, we're truly
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on.
And
you're welcome.
All right, kids. So now, do you continue the evening or what? Do you continue the evening, or this is a wrap? Is this a wrap?
It'll be a wrap in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. And how often are you on?
We are on weekly, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Oh, all right. Very good.
Yeah, 8 p.m. every Wednesday.
Well, I want to thank Miss Tanji Davis. She's got 3 names. I'm going, okay. Which one is it? For arranging for this, for me to come on and promote my new songs and the book and my life.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. We'll bring you back. And we just, we're grateful that you, took the time and came to talk with us tonight.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening. Bye.
Good night. Now, how do I turn this off? This is all quite new to me, kids. kids, all right? See, I didn't know. I had my computer set up, but I am doing this on my cell phone.
Now, I'm shutting off on my end, and then it should give you some notification or button to
You got it, James.
exit out.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Be well.
Night.
Be safe.
Amazing show. We have some really good people on the podcast. Like, it's growing. She was really, really awesome. AShira, she was really, really awesome. I thought that was great. I appreciate everybody who has been watching us. Like, I'm dealing with these lupus flares and kind of a mixture with a cold, and I feel like I got rid of it. I'm like wobbling, and I'm like, but it should get better over the next couple of days. I'm gonna lay down for a second, at least for a little bit. But hot topics. The biggest thing going on in the world right now is can't breathe.
All right, now let's get this going here. We got how many minutes?
We talking cat tonight, but we ain't talking about me, okay? So.
I don't know. Is you in there in the loop with them?
I know y'all got
I know
Cat Queen was in there.
I know y'all got it together. So if I need to pop out of here for about 5 minutes or something, I know y'all got it.
Hey, listen, all I know is
got all the tea on it because she probably watched more than me. I couldn't get. I'll be honest with y'all. I ain't get through it all the way. I ain't get through it.
Let me tell you something. I kept trying to get my story straight. That thing was 2 hours and 40 some odd minutes. My sister, the kid Matthew, she hit me with it was an hour long when she sent it to me. So I started listening to it and I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on here? So then when you guys finally told me how long it was and my girl did, I said, oh yeah, I can't even get through this because I kept having to scroll back to hear, like, did he really say this right? So it's 3 things going on. It's the TD Jakes scandal with Diddy, that Diddy, of course, and the Cat Williams. And why you so mad, bro?
He mad at everybody.
That's the title we're gonna give him.
On everybody. But the crazy thing is, a lot of times when somebody do like go nuclear like this, nobody responds. Almost every single person he called out has responded. They
should.
Yeah, first of all, I've never been a fan of like 3-hour interviews.
That was a long ass time.
It was too long. Wrap it up.
I was talking to Kat earlier, and I love Faith Evans with every fiber of my heart. But she was on Drink Champs, and it was like 3 hours or something, and I couldn't watch it all because it was just like, God damn, it's too long for me. And when I did watch the entire interview, and I'm not even tripping on him coming out and saying, the stuff that he said and that sort of thing. I mean, he's got to be able to share his truth just like anybody else shares theirs. So I'm not really tripping on that. Just starting out, the first thing, I don't think it should have been 2 hours and 45 minutes. Like, when I watch it, like, some parts of it drag once he does all of the meat and potatoes of who did what and who wronged him and all of this stuff in Hollywood. Like, once he gets through that, to me, it's kind of boring. But I mean, obviously the audience and the viewers have spoken, like 34 plus million.
I think that they didn't intend it to be that long, but once he start just diarrhea to mouth, I think they was like, just keep going, keep rolling. Let him say whatever the fuck he gonna say, because we know we gonna get these views.
Yeah, probably. But like
so
I
what
said,
do y'all think about what he says? Do y'all think like the stuff he's saying is true? Do y'all think it's lies? Do you think it's somewhere in the middle? Like, how did you take the things he said?
I think a lot of it is true. Like, I mean, I've seen, obviously I don't know Steve Harvey personally, but I mean, I've seen different interactions with him and stuff like that. And the common perception is that he's kind of a bitch to people. And I mean, that's just what it is. Like, that's just what it is. But again, that's public opinion. Like, he might be the nicest guy in the world or whatever, but
what Cat call him, a big ass country bumpkin that look like Mr. Potato?
Pumpkin. Wait a minute. Let's get to the beginning of it. The facts. This is what I just can't understand. Like, who hurt your feelings, honey.
I don't know.
I mean, because he started off. Let me tell you what he said. He started off on them so raw. He told, well, you know what, Shannon Sharp, he's getting a lot of feedback too. There a lot of people was mad at him for, and I think they're just mad at him because they let that interview first of all go on that long.
But
And it's his show though.
They can't be mad at him. Like they were saying, like you can't be mad at him. Like he did everything he was supposed to do. He did the research. Like he did everything that he was supposed to do, and he can't help that Cat Williams, went for the gusto. Like he went rogue. But I think that anybody that was in that position, journalist or content creator or whatever, and I'm not saying that he's a journalist, but he's definitely doing the work. But
he definitely.
I mean, I just think that a lot of people feel like maybe it shouldn't have went on, or he should have stopped it, or I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do, and he did the appropriate research, and
some people feel like they have personal relationships with with journalists and bloggers and podcasters, and they feel like, well, you supposed to be my friend, and you got him on here saying XYZ. Do y'all think that that's fair? Because ourselves are podcasters, and people might come at us crazy over something.
I don't think that
or somebody we had on the show.
Yeah, I don't think
first of all, I don't,
because he can't control what somebody else says.
No, he couldn't even.
He did very good at remaining neutral. So,
absolutely, his job is to get him drunk, as you saw. Okay, he got him drunk. He get everybody that sits on his show. He gets them drunk. It's up to you how much you drink, how much you consume, how much you talk. Before Cat started drinking, he started talking. He even said he started talking before he even hit the stage.
Yeah, he was. So the man was talking. Trying to tell him like, wait, hold on, like.
Yeah. So the man was talking. He started off with, you let these lowbrow comedians tell lies into your face. Lowbrow. So I'm sitting here like, what did Kevin do to you? What did Steve Harvey do to you? What did Cedric do to you? What did Ricky Smiley do to you?
He had Ricky Smiley crying.
Well, the thing to understand with Ricky Smiley and the crying too, I just think that it was convenient.
See, I'm gonna have to go back and see that one.
I think it was convenient for them to say that Cat Williams had him crying. He was crying because it's the 1-year anniversary of his son committing suicide. So that's what he.
That came up already.
And people know that. Like people know that. They're just looking for a reason. Like they're just looking for a reason.
Everybody's making it worse. They blowing
he
it up.
He has never been that type of a person.
That's gonna be
crying over something that somebody else said.
No.
So I just don't buy that at all. Yeah, I don't buy that at all. I mean, but
he went hard on Cat. I mean, he went hard on Ricky
because he
really went hard on him. Said that. Yeah, he said that basically, he said he was getting his role. True story. They was giving Ricky Smiley the role of Money Mike until Cat came in and actually auditioned. And because Ice Cube said when Cat Williams came in and auditioned, they felt that he was a better fit for the role. They felt that he was funnier for the role. And Cat proceeded to go on and talk about why would you give somebody who is all basically holier thou that's in the church that don't want to cuss that role. That was a pimp role for a pimp person. They said they could have gave it to Don Juan himself.
Right.
Which they should have.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a pimp role, then give it to a pimp. Because he definitely was in the movie, right?
Yeah, he was.
So they should have just gave it to him.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about like these celebrities that are coming out saying, there's this Illuminati, there's this, in Hollywood and in entertainment, there's these people that force you to do this and XYZ, and then they can take it away. And what do you guys think about that?
I mean, as far as that goes, it is what it is. It's like any other job.
I don't know what to think of it because, I mean, I just will be honest. I don't follow it. So
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are conspiracy theorists, and they be like, "Oh, the Illuminati will make you do this. They'll make you put on a dress, and they'll make you do this and that."
They
and
ain't gonna make you do. Listen. If the dollar sign is right, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Girl, whatever. They can sit up here and perpetrate the fraud if they want to, and sit up here talking about, oh, I ain't putting on no dress because that make me look gay. Listen here, bruh. If you got a family to support and them dollar signs say otherwise, you're gonna do it. Don't sit up here and talk about Ricky Smiley and talk about Tyler Perry. You might as well be talking about Martin. You might as well be talking about Jamie Foxx, because they both was putting on dresses. So what do you mean? And that whole rape.
And he was saying that about a lot of those men, you know, that what they say, you put on a dress, and you get so far, you sign your life away, and then what he say, you get a weird face, light skinned wife.
Yes, he did.
He said a weird face.
She was like, what?
I'm looking at all the wives like, okay.
Because he was doing that ludicrous for that one.
I'm like, what's weird face about what was Eddie Murphy's wife, Nicole
Period.
Brown? What's weird face about a Doxy Ludacris wife, or you know, Kevin Hart remarried the girl Nico. I think they look fine. So I'm just like, dang, how you talking about light skin, weird face, and he was with Hazel E. Like,
right.
What was that about? Like, you know, what you talking about?
I hope none of his kids ain't light skinned the way he talking.
That's what I'm saying.
He got 10 kids.
Pot in the kettle.
Black.
For sure.
Period.
So I took a lot of stuff he say with a grain of salt. I'm not a big fan of the salacious interviews. Like, you know, they be having like Charleston White or like different people on there that just saying crazy stuff. That's just something that I think that's why I couldn't get into it, because it don't really keep my attention. Like I like gossip and mess with everybody, but when it just keeps
I don't know, that just kind of makes
it that person, and it just like it don't.
And he just kept going. Faison Love.
So much evil and hate. Like I don't know. That's just something that I don't really view often. Like I don't like that type of stuff. So I don't really like. I really don't watch Club Shay Shay for real, because some of the stuff they be saying is a little problematic. Like when him and Ocho Cinco, they be saying some stuff about relationships and women, and that's just not my cup of tea. So I don't really view it that often, other than the clips and everything. But
I don't watch them together.
Well, Club Shay Shay, you know, he was on with that football. He was doing that football segment with that white guy. And I couldn't stand. I don't listen to him. That's all I could do. But he would be so loud, and I'd be like, "For what?" I mean, just talk normal. But on here, he's not like that. I don't know. Maybe because, you know, sports gets, you know, some men all hyped up and carrying on. But it's just that.
What's his name? Skip Bayless. Was that?
I don't remember the guy.
I don't know.
I don't remember the guy's name. I just know he was with the white guy, and they would always do their show and everything, and you know, and it would be all about, you know, football and whatnot. But you know, on here, I just was a little confused. You know, Cat Williams is who he is. I went to one of his comedy shows. It was really good. It was good. It was, you know, it wasn't like ha funny, falling on a slapping knee and all that, but it was good. I don't think I would go to another one.
That to me, when he his first couple like stand-ups, I watched them all the time. The one where he got that green on.
Yeah, that one. I think that's the one we went to. Yeah, I think that was the. Oh, no. It was the one after. It was the one after that we went to. Now I would love to go see Kevin Hart.
What?
I gotta scoot out of here.
Go
ahead,
you out for the count? You out for the night, baby?
At least for a minute. I'm finna slip out for a second.
That's what I'm saying. Jay's about to fall out. So you go ahead and excuse yourself, cousin. We'll wrap
we don't have to drive up to Cleveland, Lord.
A second and see if y'all still here.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I ain't gonna. Let me not hit end stream. Let me.
Right. I'm like,
we be all messed up. I hope you don't take no NyQuil.
You be disappearing that quick, girl.
That's how I do.
I'm like, it just be gone. My face get real big. I'm like, where the hell she go? but yeah, it was too much for me, I think, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not a hater. Like, never been a hater, so I don't know. It was giving big hater energy to me. Like, I'm all for getting back at, whoever wronged you and stuff, but when you just going down the list and
he was going down the
Ricky,
list,
Steve, Faison, Mike Epps, Kevin Hart, like it was everybody, and it's like, goddamn, you emptying the clip. And you want to know the funniest fucking part about him going in on Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart's ex-wife is going on tour with Cat Williams. They're doing a comedy tour.
Get the hell out of here.
Yes. Toray Hart, which is Kevin Hart's first wife, who actually did comedy before Kevin Hart. A lot of people don't know this. His wife did comedy before him and brought him on.
God damn it, I knew you was going to come up with some shit that was going to pull me right back in. I think that is some bullshit that you're going on tour with him.
Get your ass back off there.
That is some bullshit.
He came in on the side.
Give me about 5 minutes. Y'all playing. I'll be right back.
Now he popped in like the daddy.
Wait a minute. He did. God damn it, I know y'all didn't do
James, no. One thing about this cat right here, I'm gonna pull something up out the bag.
Because I didn't know. I didn't know that his first wife was.
Yes, so his first wife, Toray Hart, who actually had a name for herself and everything, because the thing is, she have a name for herself outside of him. Like, people F with Tori based off she was working in the industry in LA for years, and then she pulled back on her comedy career to push him forward. And she was working, waiting tables and doing stuff to pay for him. And how did Kevin repay her for having his kids and pushing him and giving him a career? He divorced her. He cheated on her, divorced her, left her for another woman.
What?
And,
the one that he's with now.
Yes, Aniko. So his ex-wife, Tori, who is beautiful, brown skin, dreadlocks, like beautiful, thick woman. And, a lot of times people say these men get in Hollywood, get successful, and get a different woman. He got him a slender, light-skinned, mixed Black and Asian woman, and he almost tried to erase her from his life. A lot of people don't know about her.
Get out.
Yeah, so and she looks just like his daughter, who is just as chocolate and dimples as her mom. A lot of people don't know that this woman exists. So Tori have been working on her own, building herself back up. And so now she is going on tour with Cat Williams, and they see Cat and her out having lunch, talking about the tour, and she had the biggest smile on her face. I'm like, girl, go ahead and get your coin.
I just can't understand, for the life of me, and that may all be, I know that's all true and everything, but dude, you sitting up here on another man's show, up here, ousting this girl, and she dead wrong. I don't give a shit. She dead ass wrong. If you're gonna go on this tour with this guy and let this guy sit up here and talk about your ex, I don't care how much me and you get into it. You're not gonna sit up here and talk about my ex-husband. First of all, I don't want to hear that. You hear what I'm saying? These females out here, and I'm gonna say it, have a agenda.
See, I look at it like I had motion before you, and I'm gonna have motion after you. So because I was invested into their story kind of when they first was together and then broke up. So I kind of see how he did her wrong. He cut her.
Okay, and that may be true. He did her wrong.
Didn't give her money. He tried to keep the kids from her. Oh, we are family. You not part of this no more. And talking about her looks. He's talking about her body. Kevin Hart did? Yes, he's made a lot of jokes about her before, and personal digs at her, and also told different people, if you work with her, I won't work with you. So he's made it hard for her to even build herself up outside of him.
And I get that, Tasha, but at the same time, somebody got to be the bigger person. Two wrongs don't make a right. And see, it wasn't her. Though, see, and this is the thing. But see, it wasn't her who was on Shannon's show. I can see if it was her on Shannon's show talking shit about Kevin, but it was Cat talking mess about him. Cat ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But see, we all outside looking in and not knowing that, because why? He done threw everybody from A to Z and had Kevin in the middle. So you got all the comedians, and Kevin is a comedian. We're looking at it like, oh, he's just talking about everybody. But now that you're sitting up here saying it, now it kind of like, wait, it makes sense now why he would out Kevin.
Yeah, he I mean,
But
and the thing
but
about it is
still with everybody else.
a lot of the people that he had allegations against, which is, you know, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, Mike Epps. Some of these men have had a lot of people say the same things. I've heard Kevin Hart was an asshole. I heard Kevin Hart was this, Kevin Hart was that. So I'm like, that's why I listen to stuff and I take it with a grain of salt, because like even when people tell me gossip, like I might hear, oh, such and such, she did this, she did that. I might note it in my head, but I don't never believe everything, because I don't know your agenda. I don't know your reason. So it's like everything Kat said, I took it. I'm like, you know, I might tuck it away in my head, but I don't know if that's true, because what they say is your side, his side, and the
his side and it's his side. And see, now you have to like really look at it. And yeah, Kevin Hart might have been an asshole towards that girl. They're going on tour together or whatever. Ain't no telling what that girl done told Cat Williams. Cat Williams is just taking. Listen, Cat Williams is just taking everything that she told him. Did he talk to Cat? Did he talk to Kevin? Absolutely not.
I mean,
Kevin ain't gonna sit there.
Everything he said was from working with Kevin, and you know, Kevin Hart was
just from working with him.
Yeah, well, he said he worked with him. He said he had a friendship with him. Kevin said he came out and said he was shocked by the stuff Kat said, because he said last he knew they was on good terms. So, you know, Kevin. Shannon
Sharp asked him. You heard him. Shannon Sharp said, "Is you cool with everybody?" What did he say?
So I mean, he talked. I mean, he touched on Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez.
I didn't get that far.
He basically said that in so many words, and this is just me quoting him. He was saying that Tory Lanez wouldn't say that Meg Thee Stallion's friend shot her, so he had to go to jail. So he was alluding that he believes that Tory Lanez is innocent in all this. And so that's something I don't personally agree with, but you know, this is him saying it. So a lot of people are taking his word as Bible. Like everything Kat says, oh, he tell the truth. Like it may be some truth, it may be some false. Like you really kind of don't know, you know. What you think like I said, I have to like the craziest thing he said? Like what was the most shocking thing?
You're asking me?
Yeah. Like what was most shocking that you heard?
Basically the whole Ricky Smiley business, the rape thing. Like him saying, he said, you know, they offered me the part with the rape, but I didn't condone it. And like basically he said that Ricky accepted that part. But I'm sitting here like it's all what you make out of it, because Ice Cube came back on that too. But the way he was telling the story was almost like the rape happened. He just kept harping on, well, it was the rape scene, and Ricky Smiley was okay with that. Ricky Smiley, how would you know if he was okay with it? He might have been okay because it was his job. If they told Ricky, okay, Damon is going to get you in the bathroom and he's going to try to tussle and wrestle with you. It's all about how you make it, sir, because you was the one that was taking the piss in the bathroom. Damon came in there. He dropped you to the floor. You passed out. You opened your eyes and started tussling with this man. And Damon talking about, just take it. Don't fight it. Now it's all of a sudden a big rape scene. If it was that, and you did that before they actually...
to that, and I think he said it was going to be a little more graphic, but you know, he did whatever he was comfortable with. And I mean, everybody's comfortability level is different, especially when it comes to acting. Exactly. I know people that be butt naked nude, and I know people that have it written in their contract. I'm not doing that. You know, it's the case by case basis. I think we're gonna talk more in depth about the Cat Williams interview, and I know we're gonna talk a little bit more about some other hot topics. But your girl's
Yeah,
about to
because
sign off too.
next week, we're gonna talk about the TD Jakes
We're gonna talk about
scandal
TD Jakes and Diddy. Have you ever
and
been
Diddy.
swallowed up? You
Yeah,
ain't hear
because
when he said that? TD Jakes, he made a sermon. He was like, "Have you ever been swallowed?"
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back on there and look.
And I've been walking around the house saying that ever since. You ever been
Shut
swallowed? I tried to ask somebody this weekend. You ever been swallowed?
I can't say that on.
So
I can't say
yeah,
that
we're
on
gonna
the
talk
air.
about that. Some
You
more.
stop
Yes. Have you ever been swallowed?
What you got in that cup?
I was looking at TD. It's water. It ain't nothing stronger yet.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Cognac in this cup. But for right now, it's water. But yeah, TD Jakes had me dead with that. I couldn't even focus on the message because I didn't even know what the heck he was talking about. I'm sitting there talking about shit. I wish I was swallowed up. I don't know what the You okay? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm tuned in. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to send you the video. I'm
send me that
on my page because Chris Brown remade it and was to walk around his house saying that. You ever been swallowed? Everybody been. So I might even make a TikTok.
It's probably on TikTok and everything.
But it is. I'm probably gonna remake a TikTok because it's just too funny to miss. But
well, you gotta we gotta do it together. We gotta do it together.
Oh,
Friday
yeah,
we're gonna
together this weekend.
So yeah, Friday we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of reels.
Yeah, we need to do some reels and some TikToks and stuff. So everybody, we will be covering the Jodeci concert. And then on Sunday, we're supposed to be going to, me and James are going to go to Columbus to see friend to the show, comedian Darren Fleet. And I don't want to be behooved. So hopefully I get all the, but behooved me. So
work Sunday?
Give me all the info because, honey, your girl Cat all over the place. I'm still in 2023. I need to get my mind and my schedule together. But we had some amazing guests tonight. So yeah, thank you to Miss Loretta, and thank you to
Holloway.
Yes, we had the money making. I need to start saving and stuff. So yeah, all the info you wrote down, go ahead and send it to my mama.
Update on that.
Because I definitely need it. I wasn't writing fast enough.
So I have an update on Miss Savvy. And I told Savvy Girl that I was going to reach out to Miss Summerhall, and I did. And Summerhall got back to me and said, absolutely, the superintendent is going to get in touch with her, and they're going to make arrangements. So, your girl, I do it.
Go ahead, Tiffany.
I make it happen.
Listen,
so Akron Public Schools,
we are transcending the culture. We are transcending.
So Akron Public Schools, be looking out for a young lady, Savvy Girl, and all of your kids need to know how to manage money. You need to know this. Also, I will be doing another giveaway for Valentine's Day. It will be a gift card for two to the movies. And to see whatever you want. It will be enough in there for popcorn and a drink. I don't know. I may even be nice and throw in another gift card for y'all to go to a restaurant. So don't be mad if it's Applebee's. No, I'm just playing.
Ain't nothing wrong with Applebee's. Now, look,
the Cheesecake Factory, and I might just do it.
Ain't nothing wrong with Applebee's, Cheesecake, Fridays, Chili's. I'm not picky.
Yeah, so
me and Tiff, we can't barely eat no way. So we cheap dates.
Girl, please, these thighs are saying other words. I am a cheap date. I ain't even gonna lie. I am a cheap date. So, and also I want to take a quick minute here and give a shout out to my bestie. Elizabeth Hale just lost her brother today. This afternoon, and it's hard because that was my boy Ricky Hale. That was my boy. He was my friend. He was like the go-to house every time we would want to watch a game, and he was a big time Raiders fan. Um, Liz, I love you. And like I said, you keep your head up, and we will continue to be praying for you. Anything that you need, I'm here for you. So you know what, people out there, when folks are grieving, you just let them grieve. I ain't a real stickler on Facebook to be like, oh yeah, I need my prayers. I'm gonna let y'all know all prayers are not good prayers. And I know a lot of people, rock with me, even if I don't hear from you, even if I don't call you, even if you don't call me, I know you're in my heart, but I don't really ask for a lot of prayers, just I don't know, just cause I don't know. But you just let people just grieve. And that's been my best friend for day on since we were in the ninth grade. And I love Liz. She had lost a brother. She had lost a brother a couple of years back, and then now this. So he's with your brother. He's with your father. He's with your daughter. And he's with your grandmother. And we're gonna get through this. And also, I have a cousin, our cousin Wade, who lost his brother as well yesterday. So I want to give a shout out to him, Paul D. Wade. I want to give a shout out to him, Paul. Family's praying for you. The Hodges family is praying for you, and you're gonna get through this too. So anybody out there who had, and my classmate Angela Varner, she was my classmate from Roswell, Kent to Garfield. I want to give a shout out to the family, keeping you in my prayers. Her funeral will be this Saturday at, I think, Stuart Calhoun, I believe, Stuart Calhoun, at noon or 1. It's one of those. But anybody else out there that's grieving a loved one, we're transcending the culture will always be in your prayers. And we're here we're a family podcast. We are a family podcast, and we're all about family. We're all about friends. Anything anybody needs, you can reach out to us by all means. Other than that, we are a loving group, and we're here whenever. But with that being said, on a happier note.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say, rest in peace, and our condolences go out to all the families. It is a time where people are losing people. So be kind to people. Check in, like we always say, check in on your friends and your family. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to say before we log off of here, Tiff?
No, everybody have a blessed day, and be looking out for any giveaways. I don't know if I'm gonna do a giveaway this month. I may at the end of this month. It probably be, I don't know what it's gonna be, but it may be a giveaway. I won't be doing a lot of baked goods, but next month I know it's like love month, I guess. But I just wanted to do something, for a couple. But you have to be logged on. You have to be logged on and know.
Be looking out. We'll be posting how you can enter that contest. I think we're gonna be looking at some new ways for people to enter. So be looking out for that. We will be going live and posting some things for the events we're covering this weekend. And that's the Jodeci concert, and then the comedian Darren Fleet's show. So I have to go because y'all little cousin Kayla over here acting a fool. So thank you to all our guests. Thank you to all our viewers. We will be back next week with a brand new show. So like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us, tell your family, your girlfriend, your side chick, everybody. So shout out to my co-host.
Your side chick, your side dude.
Shout out to Jen. We for everybody, okay? We don't discriminate.
I love my cousin.
Ex-wife, baby mama number 2, everybody. We here for everybody. So I like to thank you guys for watching, and we are signing out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.